where I always felt weird about Ryan is he had, not only did he have shit in his tongue, and then he had those big gauges, but then he had other stuff. And it was just like weird. He was a good kid too, though, man.
Have you seen where they put the things under the skin? It looks like they have horns.
Yeah.
I love that.
I got him.
It's just too weird to me to put a hardware store in my face.
Yeah. Although if you ever need a part, if you ever break down on the side of the road,
you never need a part.
You can fucking, you don't have to go anywhere.
That's a good one.
I need that.
That's a good one.
That's what they should get instead of an earring. They should put a carabiner in case they need it.
That'd be kind of cool.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, you got an Allen wrench? Yeah, hold on.
It's gonna be a little
I gotta
bloody.
pull it out of my nose.
It's gonna be a little bloody.
You're in rare form today.
Good. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Okay.
Fuck, you know, man, my insurance was so much for the year, dude. Fucking baffled.
Okay. Ta-da! God damn.
Baffled.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
There's a couple little cameras down my desk. A Hero and a Sony Handycam.
Yeah.
Are those yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll watch. He's gonna want to keep them.
Well, when we move, we gotta do something. I just want to make
The
sure.
Handycam's like, I don't even think you can find 8mm anymore.
No, I need to, it's not 8, it's not, no, it's,
I'm pretty sure the one he showed me is the old cassettes, no?
No,
I don't
it's
know.
digital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But at night that'd be good, but my kids might play with it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want me to put it on your desk?
Yeah, I'll go down and look.
I finally
Okay.
went through all
It's in
my
those top cabinets.
We
I
have to
literally
start,
threw away a full-size
we do have to start
VHS.
throwing shit away though, Mark's right.
Yeah.
We gotta start getting rid of shit.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm going through those cabinets and finding all that stuff. And it looks like there's 3 hard drives over there.
You know what
too.
we should do?
Are you a hoarder, Dano?
No, I just like take
I
out
am.
papers everywhere.
Let's find some cheap labor and just get them in here and point out what we want thrown in the big
Thank
dumpster.
you.
Yeah, let's call
No,
Hey, we're
I'm
up.
talking
call
Home Depot
Craigslist.
labor.
Let's call Craigslist.
I love
Well, let's call Craig himself.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, this first one we're going to be having on here is from
What the fuck kind
a
of
June
note is this?
26th call. The company Infinity Restoration wants to get their side of the story.
Oh, cool.
That's
Did
I,
you
I,
tell,
li- I listened to it this morning.
Is this
That's
the one where we had, whatchamacallit, Rock go up and look at it?
No,
Oh, it isn't, huh? Who did we have look?
I don't think anybody.
With depression. Hi, this is Ed Green, and let me tell you about Arrowhunt Mental Wellness and TMS.
Okay, what did I want to
She
find?
basically said shingles were wrong color, and I got the notes here. But here's the contract. She said-
Are we sure this is from July 16th?
Oh yeah,
Or is that
yes.
July 2016?
No, July 16th.
And is this July 8th, as in
Yeah, as
1908?
they go up, they get closer to this.
Okay.
To this date.
Experience significant relief after just 3 weeks. Arrowhunt Mental Wellness.
I mean, you said wrong stuff before.
I have never. Name one thing I've said wrong, besides Dan's helpful.
You were an engineer.
I am an engineer. It's funny when I wear that shirt that proclaims I'm an engineer, people treat me like I'm slow.
Oh, true.
You are. So this is the stuff the contracts for. It's just really tough to. You have your bionic eyes.
This one you
maybe.
were talking about, right?
That's right.
Does Daff know to get this
Yes.
guy on?
Yes.
So, oh yeah, like I'm gonna read this. What are you, nuts?
Well, you got bionic eyes.
Yeah, what did they send this like this for?
Dan, I've got them on line 3 and 4.
Okay.
The
You're gonna have
consumer
to
and
kind of tell us
Right,
everything
those are
that
the
went
ones,
on.
that, and we. So it's the business. And
Go, man.
Hi, Tom Martino here, and I thank you for being here. I am your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints. Seriously, when I say this, I love what I do because you make it all worth it by telling us what's going on. We prevent rip-offs. We share the information. You know, if we talk about what's going on, we're able to stave off all of these liars, cheaters, and rip-offs. We stay ahead of the game, and it's important to stay ahead of the game. So if you have any problems, questions, or complaints currently going on, or you've heard about some scams, please, let's warn our listeners. We have the smartest listeners in the world. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Yes, for any real estate problems. You know what? He solves them. He's helped people, put off foreclosure sometimes. They got behind the eight ball. Yeah, even in this market. He has been known also to help with all kinds of negotiating on problem properties, as well as, of course, normal properties. He is the best of the best. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. So we're going to talk to Jennifer about flooding and an HOA not helping. We're going to talk to Teresa. And Teresa is the one who complained about a company, and the company wants to come on and really give their side of the story. We always give priority to that. And I want to tell everyone, you can get your calls in. And spread the word coming up. We're going to be going to 4 hours. We're going to open up ourselves to a whole new audience and take many more problems, questions, and complaints. So Teresa called originally. Deputy Dan, did you work on this? Are you the one that took this from?
Yeah, so this is back on June 26th when Teresa called.
And Teresa, what was your main problem, Teresa?
My main problem was I was having a dispute with a roofing company.
And the roofing company's name was what? Or is?
Infinity.
What was your complaint? What was your complaint?
My complaint was that the roof was done incorrectly, and I had to fix a lot of issues. And
now, when you say you had to fix it, you hired someone to come in and correct the problems?
I did when it was all complete. At the end of June, I hired somebody, and they came in and re-roofed it, and they fixed my roof so that it would pass inspection by the permitting board.
You mean when Infinity was done, you're telling me it wasn't passable?
No, that was back in November of 2019, or 2018, sorry.
So then you had to have another company come in and fix it.
Yeah, because they thought it was a quick fix, and it wasn't. In order for it to meet El Paso County code for Colorado Springs, it took a lot of extra work instead of a quick fix. And that's why didn't the company come in that installed your roof and at least get it to pass inspection? He had it didn't pass inspection in December of last year, and I had let them know. And I think they were kind of waiting because when the roof was installed, it was installed with the wrong color plus damaged shingles.
Well, yeah, okay. But the color doesn't have anything to do with inspection.
Well, no.
I think some of it had to do with the slope.
The slope, yeah. It has to have a 3% grade slope.
But the slope was there prior to this company.
But they don't establish slope on your roof. The roof is sloped the way the roof is sloped. I mean, that's not their fault.
Well, the roof was flat, and they tore off this filler material that actually gave it a slope so that the roof drained.
I see. They stripped it away. They had a slope on there and stripped it away, according to you. Okay. How did it end up, Deputy Dan? You worked on this. How did it end up?
Well, she ended up getting money back from the shingles because the shingles were defective, so she got.
And the manufacturer refunded some money?
Correct, $19,000.
How much?
$19,000.
Wow, that's good.
And right now I believe Infinity hasn't been paid anything, and that's why they wanted to come on and go over this.
Okay, well, if they had defective shingles and it wasn't done right and another company had to finish it, what I don't understand is this. When the other company came in, Teresa, they tore off the old roof and you got a refund for those shingles?
Yep, in June I got a refund.
For the defective shingles?
Yep, that was supposed to have been filed last fall, and nobody ever filed it. And
Teresa, I just need to know, you got a refund for the old shingles, plus the other. So the stuff that was done, this is what I have to be clear on. I'm hearing defective shingles. So was it defective shingles or was it the installation by Infinity? Who was wrong here? Dan, do you know? I mean, Teresa's saying I had my roof done. It wouldn't pass inspection. I got it torn off and got a refund from the manufacturer. Well, that doesn't tell me that the original roofer did anything wrong.
Right, and they knew the shingles weren't the right color or they were defective, but they needed it because the rain was coming. They needed to get something on. And that's why they said, hey, we need to put this on to get it to pass so you wouldn't get rain when the rain started
Here's what I'm getting at. It's very simple. The roof that Teresa contracted for, that Infinity installed, did Infinity do anything wrong, or was it a defective shingle? That's what I'm trying to discern.
Shingle
Well,
was
if
defective.
they got rid of the slope
If the shingle's defective, it wouldn't matter if they got rid of the slope. If the shingles were defective and they had to be torn off, what did Infinity do wrong?
The slope was another problem.
Yeah, it's a
Another issue
separate
there,
problem.
right.
So Teresa, what I'm saying is, if this roof had to be redone anyway because the shingles were defective, you had another company do the second roof. Is that right?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
And it was done correctly and it passed inspection.
Okay, but my point is, what did Infinity do wrong?
It didn't pass inspection initially. They had told me.
Okay, had the roof passed inspection, would you have kept it with the defective shingles?
I don't know.
Well, apparently there were two problems then. You're saying it wouldn't pass inspection, and it wouldn't pass inspection because of the installation, but the whole damn thing was defective to begin with, so this is a weird situation.
She didn't trust them to do it again with the proper shingles.
I didn't.
Okay, I understand that. So the question is, where do they stand? We're going to talk to them now. So let's talk to them, and basically I'm going to shut up. I think I just want you to talk, Derek. You're the owner of Infinity Resources. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Tom. Thank you
Yes.
for taking the time to have us on here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, go ahead, and please just don't recap everything we already know unless we don't know it.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not. So here's the deal. So well, we recognized the shingles were defective once we started putting the roof on.
Okay.
Had we noticed beforehand, we would have kept the roof dried in and got it addressed. We did call the GAF manufacturer rep multiple times, texted them, and we have a record of all that.
Okay.
It was our due diligence to get that roof covered in before an 80% chance of rain was coming the following day. So we did that. We did that understanding that our partnership with GAF would lead ultimately to a roof replacement.
Okay.
The only part of this roof that failed inspection was a tiny part of the flat roof in between the skylights. It wasn't the whole roof. There weren't defects all over this roof.
And was the defect? Did the defect have anything to do with you stripping off the roof? You stripped off a part that gave it some slope.
So listen. So on that flat roof, you could tell they had come in multiple times and added material to build up a spot. It wasn't created that way by the last roofer. In fact, it looks like several roofers did a go at it.
So it wasn't a filler. It wasn't a filler to make it a slope.
It was a filler of additional material just slapped on top of more material.
I understand that. But what you're saying is it wasn't like there was something built to make it slope.
No.
Okay.
Material added throughout several durations.
I understand.
Of the roof. Yeah.
Right.
And
so you stripped all of that off.
Yeah, that's correct. And Tom, we had to do it to get the roof to code. The Colorado Springs code changed within the last 12 months.
Okay, just say code, but that's fine. You don't have to quote it. I'll believe you. Now, here's what I want to know, Derek. Why didn't you come back? Why didn't you come back and replace it with the right shingles?
Oh, so two separate things there. We absolutely offered and quite frankly demanded to be allowed to remedy the flat roof problem to get the roof to pass inspection, as that was the only deficiency in the inspection report. It had nothing to do with all the shingle roof.
Why didn't you do it?
She wouldn't let us.
Okay. Dan, are you aware of that or not?
Yeah, she told me that she didn't trust them.
Okay, so now what is the issue today then? Okay, here's what I have. Derek was putting on the roof. They recognized it was faulty, but they wanted to get it dried in, knowing that they would get it replaced later on and do the replacement. Teresa lost faith in them and said no. So where does it stand today, Derek?
Well, so where it stands today is we're owed about $28,000.
$28,000 for what?
That is brand new skylights.
How much of that is brand new skylights?
About 5,000 of that is brand new skylights.
Okay.
And then there's also money in there for the gutters that we did.
How much for gutters?
And then the remaining part is the roof.
The gutters were not correct either.
Well, hold on. Did you replace them, Teresa?
We replaced
Yes, I did, and I have receipts for all of it.
Did you actually replace? Where are the old gutters?
The old gutters were taken off.
Where are they?
And it's documented. They're in the garbage.
Okay. Were they defective?
They were not installed correctly, and they were multiple colors. They're supposed to be paintless gutters.
All right, so here's what I want to know.
Tom,
go.
Can I step in there, please?
Go ahead.
Sir?
Go ahead.
Listen, we were hired to replace some of the gutters, not all of the gutters. Teresa was well aware of that. And in doing so, there was no way to get an identical match to the old colors of gutters. And so were there some that were mismatched? Yes. We all.
Teresa, are you saying, listen, Teresa, are you saying that they're owed $0?
No, I offered them the money that they told GAF they put into the roof.
How much?
And I said I
How
would
much?
take care of the repairs. Then the check that came back was $19,000, and I rounded and I said I'll give you $20,000. I took off the money for the gutters.
That's very fair. Hold on, that's very fair. 20.
But Tom, that didn't include the $5,000 of brand new skylights on the roof.
Right.
Yeah, but where did you? She got money back from GAF plus she got new roof. She got both a refund plus new sheet.
And that's correct. And Tom, she didn't replace the whole roof. She's had the flat roof, the very small flat roof section redone. She has not
I have the whole roof replaced. You can call Quick Roofing and ask
You know
them.
what? It doesn't matter. What we're talking about is value. Here's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
GAF replaced the roof and paid you back for the installation, Teresa?
Yes, and I offered them that money, and then I used the money.
But they want to get paid. They want to get paid for the skylights. Why won't you pay them for the skylights? Hold on, we'll come back. Mark, what do you think? You heard everything. What do you think?
I don't know who's lying. He's saying they only replaced one little part of the roof, not the entire thing.
$19,000 was for the roof replacement.
It doesn't matter. She
got
all that money back, and she offered it to them.
Plus the skylights and the gutters is what she didn't pay.
They want $25,000, right?
28.
28, and they offered 20, or she offered 20.
Right. So
how much did she get total? She got 19 and what?
I don't know. I don't know what from insurance company. I don't know.
For anything else.
She had a $5,000.
How much was the insurance claim?
I don't know.
I don't know, but what matters is she got all of her installation money back. She didn't get the skylight money back because the skylights were done.
Right.
I wonder if she got money back for the gutters.
I think that's
okay. Fix it long. Fix it long. Fix it long. Fix it home. You know, FixMyHome.com is the website for Fix It 24/7. The message today from Fix It 24/7 is don't get ripped off. They have gone several times for free second opinions where people were told they need a new furnace and they did not need a new furnace. Here is what I love about second opinions, whether it's water heaters, furnaces, AC. They can't lie, because they would be caught up in it. Not that they would anyway. But what I mean is, if they say, oh, all you need is this, and this fixes it, then the proof is in the pudding, as they say. So second opinions have to be put up or shut up. That's why I love them. Free second opinions from a great company. Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. Give them a call. 720-526-3939, and it's 720-526-3939.
So my question is, the gutters, did they take all the gutters off from the whole house then and replace 100% of the gutters?
All good questions. All.
And then the skylights, was that part of the insurance money?
Hey, wait a minute, I just thought of something.
Yes.
What day do we go 4 hours?
September 3rd.
Right after the Labor Day.
Or whatever. Right after Labor Day. Why?
Okay. I just want to make sure the best of isn't 4 fucking hours.
Oh, it might be.
I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. I think no.
No. It could be when they actually.
They would have told us that, right? They said when we come back.
Okay, well then there you go.
On Tuesday.
Then it's not my fault. Fuck. They can run the first hour twice.
You should check with him, Mark.
You think I asked for issues?
10 to 2, right? I don't have to be here earlier.
No.
Okay.
No.
He's killing me, Dano. You're killing me, Smalls.
Smalls? Yep. Sandlot.
Not Sandlot.
God, that was a good fucking movie.
Not Sandlot.
Sandlot was a good movie.
What was Sandlot about? Baseball?
No, they'd play baseball, these kids out back, and they'd
Stand By Me?
Stand By Me.
they'd knock the ball over the fence.
That guy,
and there was
old
a
grumpy
big
guy?
fucking dog.
Big
Yeah.
dog.
Well, no, but was it a grumpy guy?
Yeah, but it turns out, of course, it was a really nice.
And I think he had a Babe Ruth baseball.
Oh, James Earl Jones.
Oh yeah, he borrowed his dad's baseball because he didn't know anything about baseball.
Yeah, his dad's ball was signed by Babe Ruth.
He says, "Who's this ball signed by this girl?"
Baby Ruth, yeah.
He does.
James
You don't
Earl-
know the Big Bambino or whatever he
Yeah,
said.
the Big Bad Meal. But the other, you're telling me Smalls was
I don't know. They
Stand By
called
Me?
him Big Bambino, did they? Or just did they?
Was
call
it?
him-
I thought it was. I don't know.
Or did they call him the Babe?
I was a pack-a-day smoker.
Called
No,
him
it
the
was
Babe.
definitely
And the
Bambino.
Bambino,
Yeah, he was
both.
Bambino.
You could see the look in their
But
eyes.
Was Bambino, is that Italian for baby?
Yeah.
And you just die a little inside because you knew you offended someone.
Wait a minute.
Since I switched
Why don't those
to
Italians speak
I don't
English?
even
I know.
It's like a weight.
Bambino.
Stacy made the switch in 2016. To make the switch,
That sounds like Italian slang, though.
No.
Bambino.
The time and expenses in providing this.
Well, okay, in Spanish it's what? A Nino.
Nina or Nino.
So the Italians stole it from the
No,
Spaniards.
Nino is son, I thought.
Yeah, Nina's
I thought-
daughter or something.
I don't know.
Clint, you're right.
No, it's a baby.
Sandlot, it was
Nino.
them.
Oh, what's Sandlot?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were
No,
right.
but Bambino is for a boy.
Is there Bambina?
Bambina is
For
for a
girl?
little baby.
No, Bambino means a good baseball player.
That's right.
So Spanish and Italian both have a sex assigned to the. So
So does every language.
Well, what are they going to do with the political correctness now? We cannot have that.
They're all comrades.
What's going to
Yeah.
Bambinix?
Bambinic. Comrade.
No, really. How are you
Comrade.
going to change the whole world?
Camarino.
Why not?
Oh, by the way,
See, I'm an
in one
optimist.
college they asked kids what they identified gender, and this one girl said a furry, an animal. She wants to be a furry.
Let me tell you, there was kids in my kids' high school that were furries.
Hi, Tom
Martino, your troubleshooter,
Wackos.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to sum this up, okay? Really, Teresa had a roof done. It had defective shingles, and she was unhappy that it didn't pass inspection. She got money back for the shingles, and for labor, she's willing to give that money to the original roofer, but not all of it. The original roofer says we should be paid $28,000. She wants to pay him $20,000. I think she's not being unreasonable, but then at the same time, I have very specific questions. In addition to the roof, they did gutters, partial gutters, and they did skylights. So why shouldn't they be paid for that? Well, Teresa said they did the gutters wrong and they all had to be trashed. And I want to talk to her very specifically. No stories, just answers, because we're right to this point now. Teresa, by the way, you're not being totally unreasonable, but I want to ask a question. Did you have to trash all the gutters that they installed, all of them?
Yes, I did, and I can show you the documentation.
None of them
I
were
just wanted
salvageable. That's all I need. I don't need documents. I don't need stories.
I wanted to say one thing, if
Yeah.
you'd allow me to say it.
Go.
The part of the colors that didn't match wasn't the downspouts. Those were the things that I did say they didn't have to replace all, because I had already the actual gutters that were on the house that the water drains into, not the
All right.
downspouts.
I want to talk about this now. The skylights, are they still there?
They are still there. The reason I said I would pay them the $20,000 was I deducted for the roof that wasn't done correctly and the gutters.
Well, hold on.
They're still
The roof
getting
that
paid
wasn't
for
done
their skylights.
correctly, as I understand it, you got a refund from the roofer, from the roofing manufacturer, for the roof that wasn't done correctly. I don't think.
I offered that to them.
Yeah, but okay. So you offered them $20,000 for the roof, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
But here-
then why not add
here's the
five?
other
Hold
thing.
on. I don't think you should pay him. I'm taking you at your word. I'm saying you shouldn't pay for the gutters. I think you should pay $20 for the roof and $5 for the skylights. Why not?
The skylights are actually included in the total amount, which was they said was $28,000. I took off $4,000 for the flat roof, and I took off whatever the
you don't
price
need
was
to
for the
take off
gutters.
$4,000 for the flat roof because you had it completely replaced. You don't get paid twice for it.
I paid an extra $7,000 to fix the flat roof plus.
But what did they do wrong on the flat roof? All they did was stripped it.
They took it off and because they took that material off, it does not meet code.
Hold
it
on.
Had to be
that
rebuilt.
material, according to them, was not put on there to meet slope. It was on there as a default
They're
over time.
Because every other time that roof's been replaced, that material was left because the
because they were lazy. That's why. Okay, Teresa, I'm going to tell you, I've heard both sides, and here's what I think, and neither of you are going to like me. Derek, I think you ought to eat the gutters because you can't go back and go here. But I think you should get $25,000. I think you should be paid for the roof and the skylight, and I think Teresa is wrong to subtract for a flat roof that was completely replaced. She said she went an extra $7,000 out of pocket due to something. Well, guess what, Teresa? That's because you didn't get enough from your insurance company, because what Derek did by stripping that roof was correct. You can't keep multiple levels on there. That what they did was correct. If your roof didn't have the proper slope, it wasn't their fault.
Then he should have built the slope back when he completed the roof.
No, that's actually, well, okay, and had he done that, he would have charged you for it. So, Teresa, listen.
He could have done that to begin with. He shouldn't have done it fast.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Teresa,
I'm not saying he's a bad
good
roofer.
luck.
I'm just saying
Derek, you're not willing to take the 20, right?
No, but listen, what we would be willing to take, Tom, is kind of meeting in the middle. Maybe for $21,500 we could make this all.
I think that would be excellent. I think you would actually win if you went for the full 25.
He won't win.
Oh, yeah, I think he will,
win.
Teresa.
They've already said he won't.
Well, guess what, Teresa? Here's why. All he has to do is put a lien on your house, and he can win.
He can't because he already took the lien off because.
Okay. Well, you tricked him then, Teresa. Would you go 21.5?
He did that himself. I didn't.
Would you go 21.5? Listen, I heard both sides of the story, and I think you are both wrong. Derek is willing to come down to 21.5, which I think is more than he needs to. You went up to 20, which is reasonable that you weren't trying to keep everything, but 21.5 would make it go away.
I paid out of pocket.
I don't care.
If Derek wants to make an arrangement, he has my phone number and he can call me.
Did you, by the way, literally, on top of the insurance settlement, when all is said and done, did you literally come out of pocket?
Yes, I literally came out of pocket.
How much? What total proceeds? What total
more
proceeds?
Than your deductible?
Yeah. What total
deductible?
proceeds did you get from insurance, Teresa?
There was 33, but roofing wasn't the only thing. There was wood flooring that had to be replaced.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, when you take all of the money from insurance and all of the money from the manufacturer that you got back, I just want to know this. I don't care, I'm not going to get caught up in semantics. When you take the big pile of money that you got from everything and you do all of the repairs that you did, not upgrades, but repairs, did you come out of pocket?
I came out of pocket my $5,000 deductible and another
Which you should. Your $5,000 deductible.
That's fine. I don't mind paying my deductible.
Yeah. Here's what I think, okay? Teresa was hoping to get out of this with a few extra bucks. That's my feeling. Did maybe Infinity do a few things wrong? Teresa, yeah. But stripping that flat roof was not one of them. I think 21.5 from Infinity Resources is more than fair. So she said give her a call. Derek, listen, that's the best I can do. I listened to both sides. I did not come into this favoring one side or the other. I want to talk to Stephanie at Southbridge Dentistry about something coming up very important, and there's such good people down there at Southbridge Dentistry. They have a Veterans Day event. Stephanie, can you explain? Veterans, listen carefully. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Yes, we provide free dentistry for veterans on November the 8th, and we'd love to see the veterans ahead of time for free consultations just so that we know what we need to do on November the 8th.
Now, let me get this straight.
We want to see as many as we can.
You want veterans to call now to schedule a screening. And then you're going to do free, not low cost, but free dentistry for veterans who qualify on November 8th in honor of Veterans Day.
Yes, absolutely.
Holy crap. You know, Suzanne, don't we love these people? Didn't they do this last year and the year before? How many years you been doing this?
We've been doing it for 5 years now.
Okay. And
it's wonderful, Tom.
We love letting people know about it. Southbridge Dentistry has been around how long?
We've been around for 32 years.
Yeah, and I know I had an emergency and went there, and Dr. Barker, right?
Yeah.
He took me immediately. It was over, I think, Easter or something. It was terrible. I broke a front tooth, and I looked like Gomer. I was so upset. And he took me, and by the way, I love you guys. So here's the deal. I want all veterans to listen carefully. Southbridge Dentistry, free dental care for November 8th. But they want to screen you first to get an idea what they need and what you need. All you have to do is call. If you know a veteran, then you call Southbridge Dentistry. Here's the number, 303-798-4967. Isn't this wonderful for veterans? I love it. 303-798-4967. And to find out more, here's the website, southbridgedentistry.com.
I on purpose try to catch you. So.
Oh.
No, I know.
The only thing on that one is I can't believe. Well, would an insurance company have a code upgrade clause?
This report is sponsored by Lifeline.
They did? Well, no, they never said that.
Can I say something? Her flat roof. Right. If it's a construction defect, it's not a roofing defect.
Oh,
I know that sounds weird.
Yeah, no, it
but
doesn't.
they'll bring them up. But they're not going to rebuild their house.
Right. I wonder what they filled the material with. Was it just multiple layers of shingles?
No. He said it was over the years. They
Right.
just happened to
They
have
just
multiple
piled up
layers.
there.
But he said it wasn't. He said there were. Yeah, he made it sound like it wasn't like a built slope.
Right. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was just like, say, did they just keep on adding layers?
Shingles. That's what I'm getting out of it.
Stuff like more.
Why
here.
does this say now live on your channel, Troubleshooter Network stream? And it has an explanation. Why? Tell me what's going. Why does it say that?
Where does it say that?
I got a notice. Now live.
On Facebook?
And when I click on, no, I got an email. Now when I click on it, it shows me Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. Do you know Ideal Home Loan people find the best loan for you, not just any loan? That's why they love working with you and give you all the guarantees in writing. What I mean by the right loan, hey, maybe 30 years you don't need, you just want the lower rate. Or you want credit optimization. You have a few things on your credit you need to fix, like your address even, yes, or how many years you've been employed. Or you may have to pay down a credit card by a few bucks. They had one guy pay down a balance by $40 because they knew he was right on the edge there, and by doing that he got a better score and better pricing. You see, that's why I love Ideal Home Loans, because they do find the ideal situation. They do what it takes, and don't forget about the interest rate guarantee. You'll never get stung if you refinance or buy and rates go down. They refinance you free of charge. 303-867-7000. 867-7000. IdealHomeLoans.com.
Yeah, I don't think she would have. They would have been doing a disservice. They just would have piled on top of that, I would assume.
You know what? She's not totally unreasonable because she wasn't trying to keep everything.
Right. No, I agree. But like I say, I don't think she realizes that slope, by doing what they did, it wasn't an effective roof.
I know.
We're worrying about leaks. People use Larson from all over the country, and yet they're right in our backyard. In Westminster, on Church Ranch, 844
Larson.
That's 844 Larson.
So this is done.
844 Larson Tax. Don't keep putting it off. 844 Larson Tax. Whether you're dating or looking for a job,
She was not happy.
Well, I don't know why. So she's suing him.
Okay.
What is she suing him for?
Losing hair toward the front.
I don't know, but she's because
what is she suing for? She hasn't paid.
Right.
So what would she sue for?
I don't know, but she's suing him.
But for what?
Mark, by
An
the way,
apology?
By the way, what are we doing now? What are we doing with this intellectual property thing?
They did not not disclose fucking much, it'll be in front of a judge here pretty quick. What they sent Friday was fucking ridiculous.
Do you know what it was?
Yeah, I'll send you a copy.
I mean, no, just tell me like roughly.
Well, they barely sent anything. They sent maybe one of 15 things asked for, or one
So
of 8.
listen, I'm surprised, first of all, that they haven't countered with stuff trying to get from us, except we've been forthcoming. And also, we didn't claim loss, we just claimed theft, which is really important. That's a really important distinction, because by claiming loss, they want to know every penny of every day. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. You know, a judge could get pissed off at them now. This goes into maybe egregious with attorney's fees. Do you know that?
I do know that.
So what do you think? Sometimes they try and pony up more, or do they just keep going? Are they willing to talk? You're saying that if they go to court, if they don't want to unleash the bigger beast up their asses, right? We're not the big beast up their ass, but right?
I don't think we are. Well, I know we're not. That is definitely on their minds, though.
The big ass.
0499. 303-928-0499. Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions.
If you run a small business, saving up to 30% on your workers' comp insurance is a big deal. That's why you need to check your rate at pieinsurance.com. Pi Insurance makes workers' comp a no-brainer with an easy online experience and outstanding service. At
You
Pi,
see
we
on
protect
CNN,
your business and your employees.
they had a psychologist on there,
Check your rate online today
a
and see what you
psychiatrist,
can save at
saying that
pieinsurance.com.
Trump
That's
has killed probably more people than Mao, Hitler, and Stalin. He wouldn't say, he just said it came on. Well, why would CNN even allow that, somebody to come on and say that?
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Tom, what's going on with you?
What's happening? Tom?
Yes.
What's going on, sir? How can we help you?
Hi, good morning. A couple friends and I are about to pay off a house mortgage, and it's out of town. It's I imagine it's been sold several times.
Is it a rental, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, you're the landlord?
No. A friend of mine is.
Okay.
And but together between the three of us, we're going to try and pay it off. He's been paying on it for 10 years or so.
Okay, now why are you going to pay it off? Are you loaning the money?
Part of it, yeah. And between three of us, we got money together, and just to get the interest down and to start making payments more directly, and hopefully be able to get it paid off in a fairly short time.
Well, that's very nice of you. You and some friends are helping this guy out then.
Yeah, and that's the thing is we want to make this payoff, and it goes to a bank in Baltimore, Maryland, which I've never heard of, M&T Bank. I never heard of them, but maybe they're a big bank.
I haven't either.
Okay. Well, anyway, what I want to find out, is there a good, secure way
Yes.
to pay them
Yes.
and make sure that it can't go to anything else?
Yes.
I mean, there's so many scams around
Yes.
nowadays, you don't know which.
A title company. A title company. You hire a title company to do it with you. So they will get the deeds of trust, the release of deed of trust, and they'll put the money in their trust account and only release it upon proper documents. And then you probably have to pay some kind of fee to do it, which isn't going to be much. But a title company can do this for you. They can set it up.
Okay.
Now,
you think that's the best way?
Yes, but here's...
I was worried about sending a big check.
Yeah, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to do wires, and you're going to do it through a title company. Hey, Tom, ideally it would be good if they had a title company that had an office there, but I have a few questions. How much money, how many friends are coming up with money? 2, 3, 4? Three. And the three of you are going to loan him money, is that right? Or her money?
Well, she's one of them, yes.
Okay. Okay, she's one of the three. So she's the owner of the home. Are you guys, are the other people, the other parties, taking part ownership or just doing a loan?
Well, we're doing a loan, but we'll have a lien against the...
Right. So the two of you, or the three... See, here's what I need to know. Are three of you going to be on the loan? Is she loaning herself some money too? Or is she taking money out of her bank, or are just two of you loaning her money?
No, she's taking some out of her bank.
Okay.
I am, and the other.
Okay, got you. To make the mortgage more affordable. What is the mortgage rate right now?
4 3/8.
Okay, not terrible. So, what are the three of you going to charge for interest?
3%.
How much?
3%.
Okay. Now, did the three of you have an LLC?
No.
You should have an entity of some kind.
Mm.
In other words, it makes it easier than having three separate notes. Otherwise, you have to have three separate notes. You have to. Because if you have three unrelated parties on a note, that's a problem. Because I don't even want to get into the problems it can cause with estates, with people, with, oh my God, everything. If you have an LLC, the three of you form an LLC, it's a lot easier. And I'm talking real estate now, not law. I'm just talking about logistics. You should really, in my opinion, you should have an entity. Then that entity loans the money. So the money initially put into the entity is a capital contribution. Okay? So let's say you each make a capital contribution of $50,000. That's your capital account in the LLC. Now, when you guys earn money, it goes to the LLC, and at the end of the year, you each get a K-1 based on your interest earned, and then minus any expenses, and an accountant then can take this entity and do the taxes. If you do this as three individuals, it's going to be weird, and it's going to be hard, and it could be dangerous when it comes to liability, and when it comes to heirs, and when it comes to estates. That's just an aside you didn't call about. Mark, what were you going to say?
Well, the other part to that, this gentleman sounds old enough. He's probably got some kind of IRA or retirement fund. If you use that, you're just going to build free money in there, man. You're not going to have to pay taxes on it if you got a 401k there.
So what he is saying is your ownership of that LLC, your third of the LLC, could be owned by your retirement account.
Oh, I see. Yeah, actually, I don't have a retirement. I have an older style defined benefit pension.
Okay.
That I get paid on every, but I don't have a 401.
Well, here's the deal. I would recommend an LLC, and then the deed of trust will be made out to the LLC or the mortgage, and then you guys you contribute to the LLC accordingly. If it's going to be equal. If not. But at least the LLC can keep track of that. And then you go and then you deal with it that way. And I would go to a title company.
Okay.
Because they're going to make sure, they're going to make sure there aren't any liens. They're going to do a search.
Or an attorney that does real estate.
Yeah, it's easier to find a title company, but you're right. A real estate attorney, if you can find one, good luck.
Okay, is there any title company in particular you recommend?
Well, just really good title companies. I use Land Title all the time, but you can use whatever. Just use a good, solid title company.
And then you charge them the closing costs and build it into the loan, or have them pay for it up front.
Yeah, you mean them, meaning the owner, if there
whoever's benefiting with the money.
Yeah, she's going to be part of the entity, even loaning herself money. Roger, you have a comment on Teresa. Teresa had the roof. She got a refund from the manufacturer plus labor. It all comes down to she doesn't want to pay back the first company everything because she thinks they cost her some money. What do you think?
Tom, you need to have a deadbeat consumers page.
Oh, you mean like Sleaze Brigade?
Yeah.
Why, did you think, hold on, seriously now, did you think...
This poor guy, Derek, he's been waiting since last December to get paid.
Do you think they should get something?
Yeah, but on her behalf, they had to redo the entire job according to her.
Yeah, but she got paid for that, Mark. She got paid for it. So, okay, he's saying deadbeat consumers.
This report is sponsored by your local Ford store.
Joe Lazaro.
Why is it?
Good time to try to get
Why isn't
TSM across town? Most all are accidents being reported. A couple of typical slow spots. Both directions of 270 slow approaching Vasquez. Westbound I-70 slow in the elevated portion. A few other minor blips here and there in the usual spots, but nothing out of the ordinary. Some slowing northbound I-25 coming out of the tech center around Hanbin, but the rest of the drive looking good. Down south, got a stalled vehicle southbound I-25 in the gap around Greenland there, causing some big delays on southbound I-25 between Larks Lawrenceburg Monument. The weather forecast. Well, going to be sunny today with a high of 80. Right now, partly cloudy and 65. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30, K-How.
It's the final days of Ford's Hurry Up and Save sales event at your local Ford stores. Your last chance to get a great deal on America's best-selling brand of cars, trucks, and SUVs. But hurry, like summer, these deals won't last forever. Get to your local Ford store today.
No one wants to be accused of a crime. I mean, that goes right without saying. The other thing is, we don't know where to turn. We ask people, what do we do? What do we do? Who do we call? I love talking about Joe Lazzara because he's a criminal defense attorney. And you know, what I call like normal, everyday people just don't think about it. But yet they may encounter a DUI or even a shoplifting. We've had that where it's been a mistake and somebody didn't mean to walk out with something. Or we've had weird stuff with neighbor versus neighbor and assault charges. Whatever it is, even if you made a mistake and did something wrong, okay, it's not the end of the world. You deserve a defense attorney. Joe Lazzara, especially with a DUI, will help you get through the system. Now, here's the point, okay? You can avoid a DUI. Don't drink and drive, get Uber or Lyft or whatever. But now, if you need help, Joe Lazzara. Put the name away. For you, for friends, for neighbors, 303-429-6200. 429-6200. That's Joe Lazzara, and he's on my referral list at referralist.com.
Come to Stevenson Chevrolet through Labor Day for supplier pricing or 0% for 72 months on select crossovers and SUVs.
You know,
Stevenson Chevrolet has the
that call on the roof there, she said she's already been told that she will win, but I think she was told by her lawyer.
Stevenson Chevrolet has a beautiful selection and service. Come to Stevenson.
How much does she truly have out of pocket? I did not hear that.
She said just $5,000.
Yeah, but then she said it was her deductible at the end.
Right. It was her deductible.
At the end, she really.
So I think what she ended up getting for free then, or whatever, is her slope being done correctly.
I'm so excited. I have my biopsy appointment. I'm just kidding. I'm so excited.
What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding. I said I have my biopsy appointment coming up.
I wonder if this category's up yet. Let's see.
We're not going to play all the time, nor our
No. First of all, there's only two.
But I just think it's so mild.
Tip on getting your car fixed, Sheridan Auto Tech. That's right, Sheridan Auto Tech. What's inside about it? He treats you like family. Yeah, Uncle Kevin Calkin, owner of Sheridan Auto Tech. He'll treat you like a niece.
We had something that never went on the air. Elderly lady has people knocking on her front door saying they foreclosed on her house on a tax sale.
Yeah, we had something like that.
She needs to move out. Eleanor?
Yeah, so like, see, the guy said, I just bought your thing for like $16,000.
Yeah. That went on the air? Suzanne thought it didn't.
I thought I remembered it and stuff, but, or maybe it was on a thing and she was going to come on and she didn't come on.
So she didn't move, did she?
No, I got an O&E and checked and there's nothing.
Right. So it was a scam is what we had
said.
It's
a scam, yeah.
Maybe that was it. It didn't come on air. You were the one that mentioned it, or she.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, she owns a house. She has her original mortgage. She had 2 liens back in 2015 from the HOA she paid.
Was this person insistent or not?
She was an elderly black lady and just confused and crying and thought they were kicking her out of her house.
But they aren't.
No, well, I told her they could knock on her door again. Call me, I'll be there. People that just predators on people like that.
Let's get that endorsement contract this afternoon.
Which one?
I already have your hometown contact with Tennessee.
Wow, did you see what you wrote in there? Was that right?
Yeah, but listen, you don't understand. I made a deal with for my time. I can split up anywhere I want, so I'm doing 15 seconds, that's all. Okay. I'm just trading. It's the same spot, but it's just.
I got you.
Yeah. Now, of course, Frank's spots this afternoon.
Those I need.
But I got a big to-do list. Holy shit, I got Frank's.
Frank's are really important.
I understand. I'm going to show you what I have, though, and then you can help me.
Who would we have that would put in security bars around, ground level windows?
I think Denver Egress.
You think they do security bars?
I think they might. I'm not sure. Okay, I do Frank Duran. I have to do work
What
on
about
that.
K&H? I mean, they do windows. Would they do something like that?
I haven't asked Denver Egress.
Show me. I gotta do.
Gotta show pictures of the ones I've had to do, real artsy ones.
Artsy bars?
Gates and bars, branch gates.
You know what would suck is if there's a fire, man.
Oh, I know. People have double key deadbolts and they hide the key. It's a good, and bars on the windows. It's a good way to kill yourself.
Internal deadbolts, you're saying?
Yeah. So deadbolt, it has to have a key on both sides, and they hide the key. Then when they have smoke in their eyes, they can't find the key. They can't get out the barred windows. There was 2 women in Scottsdale that were killed that way.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK,
713-8255. Jay has a comment on this bank a guy asked about. He said he was going to pay off a loan with M&T Bank, like Martino and Tom, and he had a comment because we had never heard of the bank. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I'm from the Buffalo, New York area. Me and my dad have an account. That bank's been around over 50 years.
Good.
It's a solid bank.
Oh, great.
I still have an account there, so it's on the East Coast. It's a great
Okay, on East Coast. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. And you know, so many times we don't know what entities we're dealing with. That's why I love the internet. But here's something very important. More so than the entity that you're dealing with, make sure the person that you're dealing with on all collections has authority to collect. We've had cases where people actually hammered out settlements and paid someone and wired money and had everything in writing, but the person was a scammer. So the settlement meant nothing. They got pissed off. They said, well, I shouldn't owe you any money. I already settled. And they said, but you didn't settle with us. And they said, well, how was I supposed to know? Truly, it's not their fault. If you have a creditor, before you do anything with a representative, you have to verify that that representative is genuine. Listen, if you need help, you call us, 303-713-TALK. We have lines open right now. Jennifer, what's going on? Let us know what's happening, and we'll try to help you.
Good morning, Tom.
Hi.
So on July 1st, we had a really large rainstorm that came through. And short story, there's flooding that's coming into my bedroom and through one of the walls. I live in a condo with an HOA. And it came in about 10 inches in and got into my area rug. And then I had called the next day. Maintenance had come out, and they really didn't do anything. They said they would just report it to their maintenance guy. So I called the property manager the next day. I probably left her about 4 voicemails. I never got a return call. I left her about 4 emails, no return call. I finally called the maintenance guy again. He said that they were trying to find a company, that there was a foundation issue. So then on nothing, I didn't hear any word back. And then on the 21st, so last Wednesday, we had another rainstorm that came through. And this time, flooding came in again, but through a different wall in my bedroom. And this time it was a lot worse. So I called again, an attorney threatened to call your show.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally got a return call, and it's coming down to the fact that the property management is telling me that the HOA has no money in reserves and that they're not in a financial situation to fix it.
Okay. Very well put. Now let's backtrack. I'm assuming you're on the first floor.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
I'm on the first corner floor, and I'm at the bottom of a slope. So all the water, when it rains, I have lakefront property every time it rains.
Jennifer.
So all the water just comes in pools.
Jennifer, HOAs are not automatically responsible for damages to condos from anything. Okay, unless they did something wrong. Now, in normal cases, the HOA owner, the condo owner is responsible for their own stuff. However, I'm going to bet that your homeowners insurance will not cover water coming in because that's considered flooding. When water comes in from outside, it's considered flooding, even if rainwater hits your deck and flows into your home. If it hits your wall and flows down into the window, it would be covered. It's not covered once it hits a surface, like ground or deck or something. A deck you might want to argue. In any case, here's what I'm saying. Your insurance probably, did you call your insurance and your agent said you're not covered, right?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I guess I was just assuming because the HOA is admitting that there is a known foundation issue.
Yeah, but that doesn't, but admitting there's a foundation issue, did that cause the flooding? No, the rain caused the flooding. I know this sounds weird, but I'm going to tell you how they're going to split hairs. And even the condo place, the HOA probably doesn't have coverage on their insurance because it's water flowing in. Most people do not carry flood insurance unless they're in a floodplain, and then it's subsidized by the government. So you probably don't have flood insurance. I'm assuming the HOA doesn't have flood insurance. So here is the issue. Was the HOA negligent? What did they do wrong? Did they landscape in such a way that it invited this, and they should have known, or they knew there was a problem, and it was and they said, forget it, we don't care, we're not going to do anything? Jennifer, what I'm saying is, to try to prove that they're at fault, you say they're admitting there's a foundation problem. Why don't you get a letter having them admit they're responsible for flooding to your unit? You will never get it. You won't get it. And so here's the deal. If you have to fight them for the damages, it's going to be more cost effective to fix the damages. What you really need to be concerned about is the future. How long have you lived there?
I bought it end of March 2017. Okay,
here's a big problem. What if they don't fix it? Then you fix everything and it happens again. That's the biggest problem. Even though they said there's no money, you have to ask, what are they doing to mitigate so it doesn't happen again? Then what you need to do is figure out how to fix it. Hold on. I know you have a lot of specific questions, Jennifer. Hold on and I'll come to you. But this is very bad news for most people. They need to know HOAs are not responsible.
If you're running out of room in your home, like maybe you're a hoarder or you've got some...
Man, this is the biggest problem.
Hey guys, it's Ross Kaminsky for American Financing, and now is the time to for home. And the salary-based mortgage consultants at American Financing are the people you need to call. They've been around for 20 years, born in Colorado, and continuously growing with our real estate market, so they know what it takes to get you into a home for less. I'm talking about low rates, custom home loans, and again, a business that was founded right here in Denver and remains Colorado's home for home loans because they know this market better than anybody.
Quiet Cool will go up to Boulder. I don't see a problem.
They might have another franchise up there. You know who sells Quiet Cool? If Quiet Cool of Colorado doesn't go up there, Plumline sells a Quiet Cool product and they go to Boulder.
Getting hurt in an accident can be devastating, especially when you get the runaround from an insurance company. That's when you have to call Bell & Pollock. Hi, it's Mandy, and I hope you never need an attorney after an injury. But if you do, please call Bell & Pollock. These guys have been doling out free legal advice on the radio for years, and honestly, they remind me of how my late father did business. They simply do right by their clients every single time. Call them at 303-795-5900 or visit championsofthepeople.com.
KRFX HD2 Denver. This is Denver's Talk Station 630.
Anything more come up because of that car Denver took? I'm sure they're just trying to stall, right?
What are you talking about?
The car that they seized from anything more on that?
No. I think they blackballed us. I think we've been blackballed, brother.
2017, when Hurricane Irma knocked out power, leaving the nursing home without...
The file doesn't open. Can you send me a regular attachment? That's weird.
The same 12 elderly residents. People in Puerto Rico are preparing for Dorian. That system.
Did you ever send anything out on Facebook?
Grow into a hurricane later today and hit the island tomorrow.
What's that?
Did you send something out on Facebook?
They were victims of Jeffrey
No, because he didn't. Well, yeah, we did on the. Yes, we did. We did. But.
Well, for Denver.
Yeah, just for Denver.
Did I do the Parker one?
I need his video on it.
Okay.
As ABC's Diane Macedo, the court plans to close the case against Epstein following his suicide. This is ABC News. A Kansas City judge is expected to rule today whether to issue an injunction on Missouri's controversial heartbeat abortion bill. That bill bans the procedure after the 8th week of pregnancy. Elon Musk and his SpaceX team will try again this afternoon after they scrubbed yesterday's rocket launch.
Last month, SpaceX successfully tested the Starhopper, the squat 30-foot wide rocket lifting off, moving horizontally a few yards and touching down. Yesterday, Starhopper was to rise to around 5.
My battery's getting to that age that if I forget to charge it one night, it doesn't last.
Say it again.
My battery in my phone is getting to that age. If I miss one night of charging, it doesn't.
I got to charge mine every night.
You do?
iPhones are the worst with that.
Yeah, it's an iPhone.
Yeah, because you can't. Well, actually, there's places that'll install batteries, guys. If you want to keep your old.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
That's what I've heard. Oh, I don't want to plug you.
What will they charge?
I will tell you.
Candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you.
It's just an automatic thing I do all the time.
I usually do, but I've just been swamped with problems the last couple of days.
So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds
I've got a big family, and I apparently have big shoulders because everybody's problem becomes my problem.
I got mine right by my bed.
The smartest way
you guys missed a good one.
Now you can try ZipRecruiter for free.
Here's a replacement kit. I fixed it. I've used these guys for a screen.
ZipRecruiter.com/
$29.99. iFixit's iPhone battery replacement kits will cost $29 for the.
But that's you got to do it yourself, I take it.
No. Rest of 2019. Let me see.
Sponsored by K&H Home Solutions.
A mild and beautiful day today with partly cloudy skies. High to 76.
If you get it repaired at the Apple Store, it can be $49 to $79. Everything you need to replace your iPhone battery, including tweezers, a suction
Oh
handle.
man, I'll tell you.
So
you do it yourself.
The fucking iPhones are a nightmare to work on.
Are they for replacing batteries?
There are companies that do it.
I heard it's hard. They're even hard to open.
You gotta have a special tool.
And the worst is that fucking laptop. I mean, the desktop I have. It's terrible.
I just need a battery, so it's just getting to be that time.
So that's the kit.
Hold on. I know they do it right there in store, though. I know I've used the one in Parker. Here it is. You break it. This is actually the one I use. You break it, we fix it.
I use that.
What are they? Something you have to mail it to, or?
Clint, when you were
What kind of iPhone is yours?
Yeah.
Mine's a 6S.
I learned that there's no pain sensors in the brain.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense.
If you have your head open, that's the pain.
Yeah, where's the
I don't know why
most?
it's
Where's the
not.
most sense?
I heard though.
You're
that
an
most
engineer. You
internal
can't
organs
put a
don't have
fucking.
feeling.
How many engineers does it take to replace a
It
battery?
may not, because that was the
Like
queer
7,000.
thing about my stomach. It was hurting. They kept saying it shouldn't be hurting like it did.
They'll actually
Yours is so old. I bet you
It hurt on the inside and the outside, but it was the nerve
How
injured
many
in
two
the
little
back.
beads of
Huh?
solder?
you gotta have a special
Oh,
tool
wonderful.
to open it up.
2
It's all part
PRP
of that
treatments and
$29
just about
kit,
gone.
is it?
Now the
Damn it! That's amazing.
the rib and the broken rib and the back thing healed right away.
Are you getting off of pain meds?
I was able to cut them in half when we went.
That's
to,
amazing. Are you still in half or not?
I'm still at half. When I went to Lyrica, I should have been on Lyrica the whole time.
What I heard about Lyrica? What is it?
It's used for people that have neuropathy. That diabetics have neuropathy, pain in their feet and stuff.
I wonder if it would help my lower back. I just need to fucking go to them, but I have to get an MRI.
It's for nerve damage.
I don't know.
Well,
I think I'm just 66.
You know what? They're doing.
Except, Jano, you don't have pain, right? No pain at all. How does that feel not to have pain? Like, no, seriously.
Yeah. He doesn't have pain. He wouldn't know.
No, Dano. No aches and pains.
No. The only thing is, I say, when I get up, sometimes your feet take a little while to.
That's age.
It's amazing to me. I have a lot of it.
Centeno Schultz is doing a free study right now on low back, and you would be a candidate. You never had a back surgery, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had to mind that stupid laser slang institute.
Oh, but you don't have hardware.
No.
You might still qualify then. Okay, you probably qualify. They're doing a thing right now on low back where they're doing a stem cell thing. It's free.
Now, Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Thank you for being here. Spread the word. It's important that we all know about the help we can get here on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Help, information, and referrals going on 40 years here in Denver. The Denver nuisance abatement law is alive and well, and we are still battling it. Now, we have to get a copy of this guy's default judgment and see what we can do with it. In this particular case, we're not sure what we can do. But in general, we are taking on this unfair law, but mostly the dishonest, disgusting people that are behind enforcing it. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but I will tell you, if you look it up on our Facebook and on our YouTube, you will see there's a nuisance abatement law, and it was designed to take tools away from criminals. Like if a car is used in a crime, an airplane used in a crime, a house is used in a crime, they confiscate it. Here's the point, okay? With the nuisance abatement law in Denver, they have sales every other week, and they make millions of dollars a year stealing from minorities and poor people. And the reason they do that is because they can get away with it. Corey Nelson, one of the attorneys, is one of the biggest scumbag liars that does this. He's running for school board in Douglas County. I urge people in Douglas County, you know, not to get this guy on the school board. He's a scumbag. And now he appears to be a really nice guy. He has a nice family, I'll give you that. But he, at his heart, is a liar. We followed this along where he was talking to this guy constantly about trying to get his car back. And all the time he was working behind the scenes, filed a lawsuit, and then claimed the guy never contacted him or filed an answer, therefore it's a default judgment. All the time, while he was talking to him on the phone almost daily. The nuisance abatement law takes people's cars who are innocent. If they just happen to loan their car to someone who committed a crime in the past, or in one case, this case, a mechanic drove the guy's car, and they arrested the mechanic because he had a suspended license, and they took the car. That underlying case was dismissed, and guess what? They still kept the car. We have plenty of cases where the original crime went away completely, or the guy was found not guilty, and they end up keeping their property. So we are working on this. I'm getting emails on it saying, are you still doing it, Tom? Is it still going on? The answer is yes. We are still doing it. It is still going on, and we are committed to helping people.
You know, we got numerous calls probably a year and a half ago over this really bad company called Denver Food Trucks.
Now, this is another topic, by the way, so let's move on. This is important too, Mark. Denver Food Trucks screwed so many people. They build food trucks, mobile food trucks. They were doing egregious things building them, violating contracts, taking money, not getting the job done. And Mark, what was the name?
We had calls from, Holy Cannoli.
What were the names of the people?
Truck.
What were the names of the people behind the company?
Oh, my goodness, man. There's two of them. Larry, who's in big trouble right now.
Larry
Perez.
what? Larry Perez?
Yep. And then Rudy. What was Rudy's last name? Martinez.
Now, who was the ringleader?
Well, they point the fingers each way, as many of these crooks do.
Now, you're saying...
But Larry Perez is what I believe is a ringleader.
Now, these companies you mentioned were screwed by that.
They were food trucks. They would build these things, and you couldn't even show up at a fair and sell your wares because they wouldn't build them properly.
Now, there's a reason we're recapping this, people. Listen carefully.
It's crazy.
It used to be Denver Food Trucks, Larry Perez, Rudy Martinez. What happened?
So we find this Facebook ad for Denver restaurant equipment Custom Mobile Kitchens, Larry Perez, and as you can see it right there.
Larry Perez, and it's right out in the open. And, Mark, we need to notify the DA because why? That is a direct violation or not?
That is a direct violation of a permanent injunction. Denver Custom Food Trucks got hit with a $4.5 million hit, a lot of it due directly to this show. And one of the permanent injunctions reads, engaging in any activity related to the fabrication, repair, or sale of food trucks and trailers for profit. Well, if that doesn't say it all, I don't know what to say.
Now, would that be the Denver District Attorney did this, or was it the State Attorney General?
It was the AG. And what blows me away is that Larry's doing this out in the open. In fact, I'm reading right here a post from this company. Now, he's going to claim he doesn't own the company, which I don't care. The way I read it
said engaged.
It says engaged, not owning. This guy is basically breaking a permanent injunction. Can you imagine that?
We need to let the Attorney General know. Has anyone called the Attorney General on this yet?
No, we just got this in. This is hot off the press.
We need to call the Attorney General as soon as possible and get a statement, even while we're on the air. Is Daphne downstairs? Is she working?
She is.
Let's get her on this.
It's crazy. Can you imagine,
she can come up and get the information.
They got in so much trouble. Have you ever heard of a permanent injunction to work outside of an industry? I don't think I have.
Now, Mark, yes, there have been permanent injunctions, for example, against financial advisors who have done bad. They can no longer manage people's money, or you can't engage in banking. I have heard of injunctions. I've never heard of an injunction for a particular trade.
This is so
But
egregious.
I know that the courts do it.
What they did was so egregious towards all these people they ripped off. I'm glad this came up.
So, it's very, very important. If you see the name, if you're in the business of getting a food truck and you see any of these names, Larry Perez or Rudy Martinez,
run like hell.
Stay away.
Dan got a comment. Dan got a comment from Rudy yesterday that was curious. Rudy,
what'd he say?
Is not in the business anymore and says Larry's insane because that goes against a court order.
Now, so Rudy admitted that. They're turning on each other.
It sounds like Rudy is, trying to get his act together.
Okay.
But Larry, man, everything I read.
You talked to Larry, didn't you, Mark?
I did talk to Larry.
Now, what did he say? When you came right out and said you're violating...
I don't own that company. That's what he said. All I do is sell restaurant equipment. And I said, well, wait a minute. Everything on the Facebook ad has your name on it, and it also mentions mobile this on mobile kitchens, trailers, everything. The guy's up to his shenanigans again. It's the same crap, same dude.
You know, this is the only place in media, people, the only place where you will hear stuff like this. The only place.
This guy ruined lives, Tom. People go out to these things like a Taste of Colorado all over the country. They book their spot in advance and pay a massive down payment, sometimes up front. You might lay out $30,000 in January for all these fairs throughout the state and throughout the country.
If you are a food provider.
And then guess what happens? You buy something from these schmucks and nothing works. The truck doesn't drive. There's problems with the engine.
In some cases,
they don't pass health inspections.
In some cases, they don't even make them.
Well, of course.
All right, now, let's have Daphne contact the Attorney General with a simple question. Let me see the case. And
actually, it's District Court, City and County of Denver, Colorado.
And the city and the county case number we're going to give to the Attorney General and say, do you enforce your own court injunctions?
God, I hope so.
All right, now, Craig has a comment on Denver's nuisance abatement law, which is the lying, cheating, minority and poor people law. Go ahead, Craig.
Hi, Tom. Just as a coincidence, I happened to be getting my haircut the other day reading a car magazine, and evidently this is not a problem that is unique to Denver.
No, it's not.
This particular
Denver, however, Denver is one of the worst for stealing, outright stealing, when there is no crime. They just use a crime as an example. Even if, Craig, they said to you, by the way, oh, you look like the guy we're looking for, they arrest you for a burglary, and while you're in custody, there's a burglar found, the one that did it. He's found. Now, remember, it was a mistaken identity. They still keep your stuff.
Well, in the city of Chicago in 2017, they impounded 93,857 vehicles, sold 24,000 of them. And what was really curious was that this couple had their Lexus in a shop to be fixed. It took a long time for it to be fixed. They called the shop. The shop said they were waiting on parts. Well, they found out the shop was lying. The mechanic that took the car on a test drive had a revoked driver's license. And they impounded his car. Their car was impounded on June 3rd. They found out it was in the...
well, it is like Denver.
Yes, exactly. And the couple found out on June 23rd that their car had been impounded, and by then it had already accumulated $2,500 in fees. And they went to court. Were going to settle for $1,100 to get it back, but by then, after they'd gone through all the red tape of going through the city courts, the vehicle had already been sold or demolished.
And the people were victim. They were a victim, and they got their stuff taken away.
Yes, and like you said, this article, the writer of this article said it's Chicago's poor and minority populations that get socked.
Well, exactly. That's why it's unconstitutional. Denver relishes. They laugh about it. Off the air, Corey Nelson laughs about how he takes trucks from poor people and vehicles. I mean, the guy is a scumbag. Listen, here's what I want to do. I would like to get that information that you're reading from. If you could be so kind, Suzanne, could you make sure he knows our email, help@troubleshooter.com. Hold on. Just talk to... I really want to get that specific article you're reading, okay? I'm gathering a bunch of information on this.
This report is sponsored by Woodley's Fine Furniture.
That place. Where's it located?
I have no idea. It's probably out of the back of a fucking truck.
No, he's got a address.
I searched for it online. I couldn't find shit about that company.
What was the name of it again?
Denver Restaurant.
Does Rudy's card there have anything?
Restaurant Equipment Warehouse. I couldn't find shit on it.
You know, wait a minute. Restaurant Equipment Warehouse is right behind the...
It's Denver Restaurant Equipment Warehouse.
Well,
that's the whole thing. I don't know what the fuck name of it is.
That's in Centennial.
If you Google it, there's like 50 things called that.
Yeah, there's one on West Colfax.
No,
right
you're
behind
4900 Acoma Street.
It's called, I think it's called the same exact thing.
Woodley specializes in Colorado-made furniture with custom options.
And the Facebook is...
steel power motion sectional sofas.
Larry's waving at us.
Think about it. Restaurant Equipment Warehouse. That's what his Facebook says.
South Acoma, there's an address there.
Excel Roofing is the best company in the world. You know what? I joke, but I mean that sincerely. Jay Bretz runs a tight ship. I love how structured they are and how they have a philosophy, okay? And it's this simple. They will never take a dime, not a cent, until you're content. I mean, you could never go wrong having them do your roof. First of all, he's been around since '93. And he's been on the referral list since then. And 30,000 satisfied customers and counting. You can depend on them to honor warranties. And he's the roofer I've used on all of my homes. And Jay, the owner, has started this culture of perfection and excellence. Hence the name Excel Roofing. And when I say it's the best company, I really mean it. The way it's run. Each job has a foreman. Each job has people responsible to you, and they communicate continually. ExcelRoofing.com. 303-761-6400. 761-6400.
Yeah, he's on both of them.
That's what I'm saying, man. We don't know where it goes.
So saving up to 30% on your
But Denver Restaurant Equipment is 4,900 both on Facebook and his thing. 4,900 Acoma Street.
In your area. Workers' comp insurance
Unit A.
That's super. I want to look it up. I'm going to have to look it up.
What do you got to look up? What are you looking up?
4,900 Acoma would be right.
I know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
I know a guy that knows two guys.
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
That's right.
Mark, is it Renew Home Innovation that does walk-in bathtubs? She's shopping Mr. Dino's. I wanted to give her someone.
No, Mr. Dino's. Boo! Yes, Renew.
Renew Home.
Talk him out of them. talk them out of walk-in bathtubs. They should talk them out of it.
Well, some people need them.
No, they don't need them.
Yes, they do.
No,
okay,
they do not.
so you're telling me someone in a wheelchair that can't get into a shower because they're allergic to shower heads can't have a bathtub.
Exactly. Why would they be allergic to shower heads?
I don't know. Shit happens, Dan.
No. I'm just talking to the lady and stuff that wishes they would never have got it.
I know.
Yeah, you're right. They roll into a shower with a shower chair.
Some people do want a bath though. Seriously, Dan.
So, okay, in their wheelchair, how are they going to roll into a walk-in tub?
A little of all the above. I wouldn't say for cause, but a lot of difference in pricing structure and product. He was trying to sell used tubs that he would pick up in other places and just, I don't know, it wasn't for cause.
I think the walk-in's a bad idea, period.
What's that?
The walk-in, you got to sit in it the whole time it's filling up.
So you're telling me, how are they going to get in there? How's somebody in a wheelchair going to get in a walk-in tub?
What do you mean?
How is someone in a wheelchair
going to roll into
that walk-in tub?
They're not.
Exactly.
No,
you just answered your own question.
No, they pull up next to it, they get in that chair that then swings into it.
So you have one that has a chair that swings into it?
Yeah, you start at the bottom of the stairs and it goes up the railing. Then it goes over to the bathroom. Then it swings into the tub. Come on, Dan.
Then you have to sit in the tub.
Why do you even try? Why do you always give it your best shot?
But then you have to sit in the tub for a half hour while the damn thing fills up. Because you can't fill it up and get in.
And then they don't have heaters.
No, some of them have the chairs that go up, over, and then down.
Oh, drop you in.
This restaurant equipment warehouse.
Then you got to sit in the damn thing the whole time it drains. I think they're a bad idea, period.
That's what he said, is talk them out of it. Old people, it sounds great, like you sound great.
It sounds to me
Once
like
you start peeling off those...
Some people, seriously though, they can't get into a regular tub, they need a walk-in tub.
They need a roll-in shower.
No, I'm saying, but they like baths, not showers. There are people like that, dude.
They might like it, but it's a bad idea.
They won't use it.
Okay, I'm going to find a video of someone using it.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. The times, they are changing. Okay, so the times are a-changing, but one thing stands clear and remains constant. Liars, cheaters, and rip-offs. I mean, you know one thing easier. We are able to find out about these people online. So why don't you? Why don't you do more research? 303-713-TALK. And listen, this show is a big community meeting. It's a town meeting. Okay, that's what it is. You're sitting around right now listening, right? It's a town meeting where people are saying, hey, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? And then we tell our other neighbors, hey, did you hear this? Did you hear that? Please do that. If you tell people what's going on, it's unlikely they're going to fall for the same scam. So please, okay?
Walk-in tubs.
Yeah, what about them?
Well, someone just called and asked, do you think there are people out there, Dan's saying that they're stupid, never buy one, everybody a shower better.
Well, that's not true. Okay,
some people like a bath.
Hold on. Renew Home Innovations does walk-in tubs, and they do a good job.
They do.
I do agree that most of the time a shower will do it. And they do wonderful showers. Now,
some
they
people
have
like baths, all I'm saying.
Renew Home does that other shower, the one with no threshold, they call it, those flat walk-ins. You can actually wheel a wheelchair into it. Now, why do people get walk-in tubs? Dan, you seem to be vehemently against them. Why? Well, I know that most companies that sell them are ripping the elderly off.
Right.
Why do you
many
hate
reasons.
Them?
One, it's hard to get in. Two, you got to sit in there while it fills up.
I know.
Three, the water doesn't stay warm. And four, you got to stay in there while it drains.
He's right about that. If they're not as convenient as people think, they're susceptible to a lot of leaking and maintenance. As I said, you know, Renew Home Innovations, if you're going to get one, they're pretty honest people. I mean, not pretty, they're honest people. I love their showers. You can do one of those no-threshold showers. By the way, just on a side note, renewhomeinnovations.com. You won't believe how beautiful they are. But here's the deal. Walk-in tubs. What's the point? The point is, most of the time, you're going to get ripped off. I hate to say that, Mark, but they found a way to rip people off because of Medicare and Medicaid. They try to make it a medical necessity, and therefore they don't think they're doing anything wrong. Did you remember when that what's his name, George Bentley? He's sitting in the studio and tries to justify. He tries to justify charging nearly $20 grand for this.
It wasn't even that. He sold a woman that was 3 feet in width a tub with a 2-foot in width door.
Not a 2-foot.
She couldn't even get in.
18-inch door. But here's what's funny. He claimed he didn't do it. He said it was prescribed. You know, he goes into your home and talks you into all of this. Bentley Baths, it's called. He talks you into all of this and then tries to get it paid for so he can line his pockets, and then claims he's doing some kind of advocacy for the elderly when he's ripping your face off. Bentley Baths is just one of them. There are many of these people that just are sad, just sad. So I tell you this, 9 times out of 10, you will be ripped off with a walk-in tub. So that's one thing you can tell people. Giovanni. Is it Giovanni?
Yes, sir, Mr. Martinez. I don't know if you remember, I met you a long time ago. My daughter used to work with you, Maria Vitali.
Oh, my God. I love Marie. How is she doing?
She's doing real estate. She's doing really, really well.
Giovanni, it's so nice to meet you on the phone again. Listen, I remember you because my son's name is Giovanni, and so what's going on?
Well, let me explain what's going on. You know, when I was working with Timber Suzuki and 104, and the company, they shipped the company out of the country, so they moved. They asked me if I want to move to Europe. I told them, no, I'm not interested in moving
And
to
Giovanni,
Europe.
what were you doing for the company?
I was a salesperson.
Salesperson. What were you selling?
I was selling Suzuki.
Okay. So did they have new and used?
Yeah, new and used.
Okay.
So what they did, they told me if I want to become join the 41K. So I did it. So after 6 months that I worked with the company, they said you qualify, you're eligible. So I did it. So every week out of my check, they take 10% out of my gross.
So this is for your 401K?
That's correct.
Okay,
That's
and
correct.
that 401K, the money you contribute is yours. The money they contribute is only yours after what's called a vesting period. So what happened?
Well, what happened? So the company moved out of the country, and so they said, well, you got to cash it out. You can't cash it out. You know, you got to wait till 65. So well, it's not a problem. So I waited. I was 66, 65 last year. Yeah, I've been trying to work with these people for over a year. Got all of the originals, the guy that sold me, he was participating, he was in charge of all the 41K. Get all of them, call them this for the last 6 months. I'll call you back tomorrow.
All right, so where, Giovanni, just in the interest of time, where does this stand right now? Is your money missing?
The guy said, the guy from the stockbroker, he says, I don't know what happened to your money.
What?
That's he says, I don't know what happened to your money.
How much money had you contributed?
Out of my money, I bring it was $7,000 to $8,000. That's my original money taken out of my check.
Okay, so
That's
a total of about $8 grand.
Yeah, and they're supposed to match it up. There was like 16 to 17,000.
That's with their match. Were you vested to get the match?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
hold on.
They tell me
were you getting monthly statements on this or quarterly statements?
Yes, I did. I was getting statements. Yeah, that looks good. They'll get so much money.
Okay. By the way, these are highly regulated by the government. Your money can't just go missing. But here's what I need, Giovanni. Rather than waste a lot of time, here's what I want to do to start, and we'll give you as much help as we can. I need the latest statement that you have.
That's the problem I have, because what happened when I moved to Pueblo, I bought a house in Pueblo.
Oh, no.
I was going to retire, and when I moved, a lot of these people, they misplaced it. I can't find it.
So you can't find any statement whatsoever?
That's correct. I've been talking to a couple of people. They told me to call an online, so I called online. He said, yeah, we got you right here. We got him.
Hold on. Giovanni, the name of your employer, what was the actual name of the employer?
Denver Suzuki.
And it was a dealership?
A new car dealer.
And they moved to Europe?
No, the company, Suzuki moved the company. The owner of the company bought another dealership called Boulder Hyundai.
Okay, so this guy, the owner of that dealership, is still around.
Yes. And that's why I taught him. He said, that's not my problem.
Oh, yeah, it is his problem. What's the name of that owner?
Jeff Baca.
Jeff Barker?
Baca, B-A-C-A.
Was it Suzuki cars or motorcycles?
No, it's car.
All right,
car.
Listen, Giovanni, we're going to start with Jeff Baca. Who else do you remember from that company?
Okay, there was a general manager, Linda. I don't know the last name, but she's the only one, Linda, up there. She works for Boulder Hyundai. She's the manager, and Mr. Baca is the owner.
All right, hold on, Giovanni. Leave your name and number with Suzanne, okay? Hold on. This is a fine gentleman.
I wonder if they went out of business, though.
Yeah, here's the deal, though. It doesn't matter. That money is in trust with an investment house. There's no way.
If it was that way, I agree with you.
Oh, my God.
That money's held in trust.
No, that is a bad, bad situation.
So Suzuki quit selling cars in the U.S. a while back.
Yeah. So we have to investigate this. Hang on. But he says Jeff Baca, the general, or excuse me, with Denver Suzuki now up in Boulder. Boulder what?
Hyundai. How long ago did he quit working there?
Giovanni, when was the last time you were employed there?
4 years ago.
4 years ago?
No, about 7 years ago, so take it back.
Oh, my God. Why are you
might have even been longer than that.
Why are you calling me now?
Because they told me I had to wait till 65 before I could get my money out.
Oh, and you thought, but all this time you weren't getting any statements?
No more statements coming in.
Oh, man. Oh, this is going to be so...
Do you have any statements whatsoever you can send us, even from 7 years ago, with an account number?
Anything at all, Giovanni?
No, I don't. But there's a guy that used to be from Northwest Mutual. The guy, the agent, they still work for the company for Northwest Mutual.
Who was he? Northwest Mutual?
Yes, that's what the stock company was.
This could have been one of those pension plans.
Hold on. Was Northwest Mutual the trustee?
That's correct.
And what was his name?
His name is Kurt. I spell the last name because I don't know how to pronounce it. B-E-T-H-K-E. I got his mobile number. I got the number. He told me that he gave the money to Mr. Baca.
Right. Okay, hold on. Suzanne, get that guy, Kurt Bethke, get his cell number, and we'll come right back with more. We're going to investigate this off the air.
This Northwest was what?
It's a big company.
Here's the other thing. He could have rolled that out, too.
Man, you know what?
What do you mean?
I'll bet you people take money. People take money all the time.
You want to see the travesty in our court system?
I just can't believe this. Okay.
This is a jury trial. This is why.
Who is it?
This is just watch it. This guy here, watch this here. This is the video of that. He goes out there. He's running after her and pull her back to the motel room. She claims that he raped her. They have this video
of him grabbing her and dragging
her out there twice. And then the second time,
oh my God,
she's naked here. This is the second time.
What happened?
Naked?
Who's claiming they were?
He's two. They're fuzzing him out.
What do I have here?
Then here we go again.
Sorry, I'm losing track here.
Second hour. This is in Detroit. The jury trial. Said he was innocent.
Right?
Why? Well, okay, there she wasn't naked. Wait, there she was.
Underwear.
She was naked in the bottom.
Oh yeah, she just got a bra on.
He's totally naked.
Yeah.
He pulls her.
The Raleigh House. That is a drug treatment facility. In fact, they have 3 locations in the Denver metro area, including a rural setting. Now, you've heard me talk about the Raleigh House. In fact, we had them as a guest the other day, and we've had such great follow-up, meaning people are calling to get help. Here's the deal. No matter what your situation, meth, maybe, codeine, weird cough syrup, people have weird stuff, alcohol, narcotics of any kind, cocaine, you can call, maybe painkillers. Now here's the thing, you can call and get information. You notice I said you don't have to call to get help or get in. any information you want on addiction, on treatment, on what the Raleigh House offers, on other programs, on costs, on insurance, anything related to addiction, theRaleighHouse.com. Here's that very important number. Take the first step and at least get information either for you or a loved one. 720-730-9722, 720-730-9722.
Okay, so...
I already called Carolyn. Her and I have a great relationship with the DA's office.
Okay.
Can you email me this so I can send it to her?
Oh, yeah, this is...
No, we got it. No, it's not the DA,
though.
It's the Attorney
Where
General.
did we get this?
It said DA.
Oh, just scan it.
It's the Attorney
No, it's DA. It's
it is.
Calling
Never
for
mind. Good.
Giovanni.
We said that.
Who's calling on the Giovanni?
Oh, I'm going to give it to her later. Just give me the information. I want to explain it to her.
I'll scan this downstairs.
Okay.
You can take it now, but this is it. And
or wait a minute, Deputy
he is not allowed to be doing this.
I haven't been listening to the show.
What?
I've been doing AR. I'm so
Never mind.
sorry.
You're good at that.
You're fine.
I'm a fan.
Maybe I'll give it
I
to
am
you.
a fan. I like
Tracking down that retirement.
All you
bullshit.
have to do
is give her the case.
Unless you don't like that. You don't
No, that's fine. No,
say, hey,
I like
we've
that.
got proof this guy is selling this shit.
Okay.
And if she looks at this, did you give her that case number?
I have not. I told her
There's
I
a
would email
permanent
her.
stipulation or a permanent injunction. They are not allowed to do any of this.
Okay.
If they do, they can go to jail.
Let me scan this and send this to her. And yeah, she's great. She
We
gets
feel-
right back to me, and we're.
We should find a piece of shit food truck and see if he'll fix it over the weekend. I'm not kidding. Let's turn your Santa Fe into a burrito.
Hey, get that old what was it?
Ooh, we should have the guy in the building take one of his roach coaches and see if Rudy will work on it on the weekend or something.
What about the guitar player? Ask him to work on his van.
Well,
down by
it's
the
got to
river.
be a food truck.
So here's another thing.
I'm sorry,
there was a
Tom,
lady
I have been
who
doing
called
AR,
911.
and I have been on the phone.
She
and
called
have not been
911,
listening. So
and the lady was
I'm
telling
so
her,
sorry.
please help me, please help me.
This
And
is
she
a really great
testified,
color.
and the jury
It's a
still
good
let her
red,
off.
that purple red.
Why do you think that? Because he was an
I'm
NBA
sorry,
guy?
I made a little, but
He was a former.
I've gotten a bunch.
He just had a really good
Freaking
attorney.
Detroit. It was freaking Detroit. This is why Detroit's so screwed up.
Detroit's the next Hawaii.
Yeah, right. Hawaii?
How do you say that?
I don't know.
God, there's my cousin Roger sent me a
And they only
video.
took 3 hours. 3 hours to deliberate.
There must have been some blockbuster in there we don't know about. I mean, didn't the story say anything? Did they interview any of the jurors?
No.
Some years
She
ago-
must have had no credibility whatsoever.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, something. I mean, what do you think?
Maybe
They're
she was a
just all in
hooker. Maybe
cahoots?
she was a hooker. Maybe she had some background.
That's possible.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
she had some bad background or something.
Or they've been dating forever. I mean,
Wait,
there has to
they're
be
not
some-
supposed to take the background of the victim.
I know they're not supposed to, but there's
Well, I
ways
mean,
they
Well, that's not true all the time.
They end up pulling it in. In this case, it could be a character reference to.
If you were, for instance, a prostitute, and you used, I don't know, you ended up in court 20 times for rape,
So this is
and
on-
not one time been found guilty.
Yeah.
I don't think they can bring your past up like that.
I
don't think.
I think there's times they can.
I think they can if it
It's gotta be pertinent.
If
yeah,
it's pertinent.
Yeah, it's got to be pertinent. They can't just throw it out there. My cousin Roger, a few years ago, sent me a video driving through a part of Detroit.
Like if she was found guilty of falsifying a police report over another.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Don't forget we stream live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and we're live on the iHeart Radio app,
which is the most downloaded app in America, really, other than the social media part as far as sound, audio. And we love hearing from you all over the country. You can call at any time, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466, 24/7. And, geez, we won't be able to change that to Major someday, M-A-G-E. It's only 5 letters. You're going to have to keep Martino there.
I'm going to, I'm thinking
Spencer, hold on. You're next. Yes.
This guy that just called, I'm going to call that Hyundai dealer, that so-called general manager or whoever works at. Let me just try to get a side other than Giovanni's and see what they have to say.
Yeah, because that's really serious. Now, remember, Giovanni just told us that Kurt Bethke, I think that's however, was with Northwest Mutual. He said the money was given to Jeff Baca, who is now up at Boulder Hyundai. So we'll see. We'll talk. I mean, look, I'm not accusing anyone of stealing. I'm just saying it's weird. And it's so long ago, though. Suzanne, what were you going to say?
Well, I know Kurt has kept telling Giovanni to stop bugging him. He's like, I think he's frustrated, but I put all the information in an email for you guys.
And that's Kurt Buttcake, right? Or Bethke or whatever.
Bethke.
All right. All right. Spencer, what's happening with you, Spencer?
Good morning, Tom. Appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Appreciate you taking my call. I'm a house painter here in Denver. I'm calling on behalf of a customer who hired Energy Star Exteriors at 8120 Sheridan Boulevard to put a roof on her house.
Energy Star Exteriors?
Yes.
Is she an elderly woman?
No, she is not.
Okay. What happened?
She was a little shy about going on the radio, and in any case, I'm happy to help her. The job is incomplete now, months later, and I can't give you the exact time frame. But
in other words, they were paid, though? They were paid for everything?
They were paid $5,312. They are still owed $3,082, but it's incomplete. The work that's done is hideous.
So what you're saying is, you don't think for the $3,000 balance she can finish the job?
She is going to have an actual roofer out tomorrow.
Well, hold on, Spencer. Is she having one of my roofers out, or is she just having a run-of-the-mill roofer?
Just a run-of-the-mill roofer.
Okay, well, it's not going to be any better, because I swear to God, the industry sucks. I mean, so
I know it
that's not going to do me any good. I would love to have one of my roofers go look at it, and we would give her an honest assessment.
I would love that.
Now, she's going to have a roofer go out to assess what's been done and how much it's worth, if anything, right?
Well, yeah, and to assess what it's going to take to redo it.
Who is she having going out there?
I don't know. I agreed to be out here to meet with them to get up on the roof and show some areas of concern.
Good. You can call us then. You can call us about that if you want. But let's talk about this. Energy Star, are they done? Have they not come back?
I'm sorry.
Did they refuse to come back? What are they saying?
They won't talk to her anymore. They came back to supposedly fix things literally 5 times. She still has two leaks inside her house. It's incomplete. They now won't return her phone calls. She filed a Better Business Bureau complaint. Time has elapsed on that. They have not responded.
Nobody cares about that. I mean, the Better Business Bureau is a dinosaur.
Well, they're really bad if they just don't answer, though, because all they have to answer is, yup.
Yeah. We acknowledge the complaint. We disagree. And they keep an A+ rating if they do that. They can have 100 complaints.
The only other piece of information I could tell you is the roofers that Energy Star Exteriors scheduled a week and a half ago, an inspection on this roof. I was here that morning working, and they never showed up, and the inspector didn't even get out of his car.
So she hasn't signed a contract on the roof at all, or has she?
Oh, she has not. I mean, she has a contract with Energy Star, but she's fighting it right now. She doesn't have a contract with anyone else.
Okay. Well, here's what I would do. I would have one of our roofers go out and look at it, too. We'll get a real assessment.
Roofing.
Yeah. I don't know if we can do that tomorrow. I don't know if we can get it done that quickly. But having another roofer come out there, seriously, Spencer, is throwing the dice. We don't know if what they say is true. We have no idea. We have no idea if they're going to put her together again. The industry is not, we're not talking about, Boy Scouts. We're not talking about people with fiduciary responsibilities that give a damn. Roofers are, usually at the bottom rung of a ladder. They don't care.
I tell you on a roofing thing because it's so.
Send us a copy of that contract.
Send us a copy of the contract, and then if I were you, Spencer, I'd have that roofer canceled for tomorrow. Honest to God. And I'd say, wait, Martino wants to send one of their people out. These are people I know and trust. That's why I have referralist.com. I mean, it's like you'd be shocked at how many times our people give information and it doesn't benefit them one bit. They're just doing it as a public service. It truly is a giving back, as well, of course, as advertising. Sure, it's advertising, but it also is giving back. Mark, you want to talk about homeowners insurance. What's the issue?
Yeah, Tom, I know you've really got your ear on the insurance market.
Yeah.
And a little sticker shock got our bill, and our homeowners went up 30%.
Yeah, yep,
Is that typical?
Here's what's more important. When was the last time you even compared your rates?
Well, I went with this company just 2 years ago.
But from what company? From what company to what company? You went from where to where?
Well, it went from Allstate to Acuity.
Well, Allstate, thank God you got away from them.
Oh, yeah.
And why did you go from Allstate to Acuity?
I just didn't feel comfortable with the broker anymore.
Okay. Well, here's the deal, Mark. Acuity is not a bad company. So the top 5 bad companies would be Allstate, State Farm, American Family, Fred Loya, and the other bad one. Oh, Farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those are the ones that I don't like. So here's the deal. Acuity is a pretty good company, but even with good companies, you need to shop around. So rather than ask is 30% good or bad, all insurance has gone up, but this is what I would do, Mark, and this is what I have been doing for 15 years. I have let Compass Insurance do all my insurance. They simply shop it for me, and they shop me every 2 to 3 years, or when they see a big increase. It's an automatic thing. If you have not shopped, and I don't think you have, you went from Allstate to Acuity, but did you put out a bid to 25 companies, or did you just go?
I did go with an independent agency.
Good.
Looked all over, and when I called them a week ago,
yeah,
and they said, well, we'll check and we'll get back to you, and it was 2 days, but they called me back and said, we've looked at everything.
Now, okay, here's a good Mark.
Yeah.
Now, Mark, listen, this is serious. You have an independent agent, which is the first step. You may have a really good independent broker who really did compare, but why not just see? You can call Compass, and for nothing, I mean, I don't get a dime for telling you this as far as the deals, okay? They're my general sponsor, but whether you call or not won't affect that. So what I'm saying is, why don't you just call Compass Insurance Group, talk to someone there, Suzanne will, the number, you can put it up, Suzanne, but I get an insurance checkup, tell them that you just talked to me, and don't tell them anything about the previous agent. Just see what they come up with, and just have them shop. And I would love for you to call me back. I don't care if it's good or bad. You call me back and say, Tom, they could save me money or they could not save me money. I would love to know. And then you'll know if your independent agent truly did compare. Now, not all agents have access to the number of companies other agents have. Some may only have 5 under their umbrella. A Compass has like 25. So why don't you do that? Their number is 303-996-9000. But tell them you just talked to me on the air and you want an insurance checkup because your rates went up 30%. That's 303-996-9000.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock.
If you've got somewhere to go, now's a good time to try to get there. Both on and off the highway, you're looking pretty good across town. Just the usual slow spots, both directions. If this is a short time, pushing Vasquez, westbound I-70, stubbornly slow in that elevated portion. A little bit of delay coming out of Tech Center, northbound I-25 around Hamden, but otherwise the drive's looking pretty good. Off-highway cruisers still on the scene of that wreck on the northbound side of Santa Fe, just after Mississippi. There's some big backups there if you can just avoid that area for now. The weather forecast. Going to be sunny today with a high near 80. Tonight, decreasing clouds overnight, a low of 55. Right now, partly cloudy and 67. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30, K-How.
No one wants to wake up to the news that they're the victim of identity theft or their malware is compromising their smartphone.
What do you think? What is your gut on that 401k? What do you think?
For your identity.
Well, I think it's been too long.
At LifeLock.com and use promo code RISK
I think it's
to get 10% off your first year.
I think it's a true 401k.
American Restoration 24/7. This is so important as we get into fall. I mean, it's a while off in winter, but whenever you have a property trauma, maybe the weight of snow, water, fire, flood, mold, chemical contamination, asbestos, whatever it is, you have to call a name you know and trust. American Restoration 24/7. I trust them. You can too. AM, that's AM. AmRest247.com. AmRest247.com.
There's no doubt he was told wrong information. He could have rolled that out as soon as he left the company.
How much time right now?
Oh, I wonder if he searched,
Oh, good question. The Great American Payback.
what else do you need? His name, birthday?
Yeah, you got it. What's his name? I think you can. No, you can search just his name on that.
Let's try. Well, his name is. Well, I don't know how popular it is.
What's his last name? You have it?
I gotta look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, search it. It's at the.
Dan, my cousin a few years ago sent us a video of him driving through an area of Detroit. Blocks and blocks and blocks. Just looked like an atomic bomb went off. Completely abandoned.
And Detroit's probably had Democratic mayor, council members
for 60 years.
Right.
Yep, they have.
If you've been charged with a DUI,
Whatever they're doing wrong, people are poured out of that city.
I think it starts mounting on them, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Okay, let's look here.
I can't remember. There was something a few years ago that really devastated. I don't remember what it was, but Gantons was one. But
what's his name? I mean, right outside of Detroit is that where they had the lead pipe and what was that?
Oh, yeah.
What was the name of that? Again, that was the people. The water.
Nothing.
damage, or you're just curious about the condition of your roof, call the most trusted name roofing.
Flint, Michigan. That was in Flint.
That's what they're still drinking out of bottled
But
water.
they caused that themselves.
What do they have? Lead pipes? No.
They had lead pipes, but that was fine as long as they had the right type of water, right type of they put the stuff in the water too, so it doesn't react with the lead.
So it doesn't leach it. Okay.
Right, so it doesn't leach it, and then they switched water sources, and then it started leaching out.
How would they not figure that out?
Yeah, that's a great question, Clint. Because they're Democrats.
Well, I got another one. I have to go the back way to the from Front Range to the DA all the time, and drive past those mountains of broken concrete that they have been taken out of runways.
Oh, I hate that parking way back there.
Have you seen the mountains of concrete?
When Pikes Peak's full, you got to go back there.
Have you
it's crazy.
Behind that, have you seen those mountains of concrete?
Yes, I've seen all of it.
You know when they built the
It's crazy. I don't even know where it came from.
The runways.
The old Stapleton?
No, the new DIA. When they poured the concrete, they do test cores.
Slumps?
Yeah, slumps, so that they can test the concrete to make sure the trucks are being honest. Denver never did that with any of the concrete guys.
Because Denver was the contractor.
Yes. So they never tested the concrete.
So they had to break it all up and do it again?
It wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, all of it has to come out.
Jesus. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No, like I say, Denver.
And
what's his name? What was the guy?
Oh, the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucked up right now.
Well, they're taking on.
Suspended everything, didn't they?
No, that's a different thing. That's the interior.
Let's not forget the automated luggage.
No, I'm talking about that mountain of concrete. They've been able to take out all the runways. Eventually, they all have to be replaced. Denver never tested the concrete that was being put in.
They didn't get the software for it because it wasn't.
And their tower doesn't have an elevator.
No, the new one does.
Their tower doesn't have an elevator.
No, the new one does. It's a kind of a rocket system.
Do yourself a favor.
And shoots you to the top.
What's the name of the road? Who's that guy?
Pena.
Pena should be in jail.
Yeah.
For all the stuff.
You ever read his family history?
What's that?
You ever read his family history? When he ran for mayor here, he wasn't even a resident.
That's right, you told me that.
It's the craziest thing ever. He was
from down Texas? Or
yeah, he was like a ne'er-do-well kid of the family, and they got him elected mayor up here, and everything he touched. He was director of the aviation fleet.
Well, just buying the land for that and stuff. He let his friends know to buy it.
Yep. The guy was a disaster.
He was a disaster. And he was to
the luggage system.
Well, the luggage system was a software thing, right?
Yeah, well.
It still doesn't work.
No, I know, but it was
they required a minority contractor.
Yeah,
and this was a German company that had done this all over. They put 60 systems in. And when it came time to program it, they said, you do not have the minority people to do it, and there was nobody trained to do it. And they walked off.
Hi, Tom Martino. Soon to be 10 to 2. An extra hour for help, information, referrals. I'm going to kind of treat it like 2 troubleshooter shows. 10 to noon, and then noon to 2, where we get wild. Yep, we're going to call it the Wild Troubleshooter. 303-713-8255.
I had a good comment come on insurance shopping. Clean your credit report up because that will affect
Good idea.
how much it cost.
You know,
make sure there's nothing squirrely on there.
It's amazing how much credit can affect you. Now, as always happens at this time, right before the new news, we have a little drop-off on the lines. You can call right in and get right in, but I'm going to go to Michael right now at 303-713-TALK. Michael, what's going on with you?
How you doing?
Good, man. What can we do for you?
I was just calling. I'm looking for help. I bought a truck from a car dealership in Fort Collins.
Okay.
And I didn't even have it 30 days, and the engine is shot when I was told it was a new engine.
Oh, now, Michael,
I mean,
that is a little different than a normal run-of-the-mill car. If they told you it had a new engine, I want to make a few things clear to everyone. Most used cars are purchased as is, and that means it doesn't matter if it was 30 days or 30 minutes. However, if they intentionally mislead you, you could have something. Now, you could call that a point of sale, meaning they told you specifically, Michael, this has a rebuilt engine. Now, did they actually tell you that?
Yeah, multiple times.
Okay. And did you have the car checked out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a certified diesel mechanic.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Then you checked out your engine. Did you do a compression check?
I did not do a compression check. It's real hard to do a compression check on those.
Okay. What kind of diesel is it? What kind of diesel?
It's a 2004 Ford F-350.
Is it a Cummins?
Power Stroke.
Okay. A Power Stroke. Who makes that? Is it who makes that diesel? Is it Ford?
Ford, yes.
Okay.
I also have a 97 myself. A Power Stroke.
Well, since you know a lot about this, when they said it was rebuilt, did you probe? Did you ask more questions? Did you get any information?
Oh, yeah, big time. I even got the receipt for the engine. So it's a 2004 truck.
Okay.
And on the side of the engine is the engine sticker.
Good.
And the sticker says 2006. So it is a different engine.
Good. So they didn't lie to you. Now, why did the engine go out?
I don't really know. So on the way home...
It would have been better for you had they lied, because then you could have called it fraud. Right now, it's just as is, and I don't know what we can nail them with, if anything. So go ahead, tell your story.
So on the way home, it overheated. Like, pegged out overheated.
Oh, okay. It overheated, and then what?
I let it sit there. I brought it home. I found out what was wrong with it. He ended up sending me some money to fix it for the part.
What was wrong with it? What was wrong with it?
The fan clutch.
Okay, and they fixed it.
They sent me not even enough to cover the new fan clutch.
All right, hold on, and I don't want to leave you short. Hold on, we'll come right back. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, endorsing Ideal Home Loans for good reason. Ideal is the only lender offering.
Anybody know? Remember Ford had a real bad diesel engine for a while, 6.0. I wonder if it was 2006.
Just as bad as poor guy.
Let me ask him real quick, because man,
Okay, he's on line 4.
For that place that does custom work on, won't even touch those.
IdealHomeLoans.com. If you've been hurt, you want a legal team that puts you first. That's Bell & Pollock. Hi, it's Mandy, and after getting to know these guys, I'm confident that you and your case will be taken care of and treated the right way by Bell & Pollock. They've been helping injured Colorado families for over 30 years.
They have a big show on Saturday mornings.
I actually kind of liked their show back in the day. They would talk constitutional law. I thought it was pretty good. I haven't listened to it in 10 years, but... Yep, constitutional law. They sure did.
That must have been just a call or two.
No. Once a week. I mean, I'd literally tune into it. This is going back. They were on KHOW. It's 10 years ago, man.
I've been recommending them more than 17 years. They'll clear your drain.
I have no idea what they do now. What do they just all PI shit?
Well, that's all they ever did, as far as I know. I mean, I can't believe they actually went on and talked about something they didn't do.
Yeah, they actually had a great segment, and it was always the same, constitutional law.
Oh, a segment.
Yeah, like a half hour. I mean, it was a decent deal. But that was the only part I liked about the show. I mean,
I like the commercials.
More than 24 women who say they were victims of Jeffrey Epstein are testifying today.
see, I don't understand why they're testifying. I find this very odd.
They're going against the estate, right, on damages?
That would be a completely different case, though.
What's that?
This is all relating back to the criminal case. The judge is allowing them to talk. I just find it bizarre. There's going to be a civil case against the estate for sure, and they'll get to speak, absolutely. I can't believe they let that fucker die. I can't believe it, man.
Actually, it probably saves the government a lot of money.
Hey,
You realize he modified his will and everything
2
2
days
days before?
Gave it all to his brother.
Go up audio for a second.
I don't know why I didn't get some.
Austin for a hearing in the college admissions scandal. They're expected to waive their rights to separate attorneys. This is ABC News. NASA is investing $19 million to learn about asteroids in case any could smash into the Earth. The University of Central Florida manages an observatory in Puerto Rico where scientists will find out if asteroids pose a hazard. Chemists are working with different foods to find out how marijuana edibles affect the body.
A few years ago at the American Chemical Society's annual meeting, there were only 1 or 2 presentations about the chemicals in pot. Now, with marijuana legal in more and more states, a gathering of chemists this week in San Diego has at least 20 seminars on the subject. One of them is how pot's THC levels are altered with certain kinds of food, chocolate being one of them. Something about chocolate, possibly its fat content, seems to be interfering with the potency of THC, so the brownies you buy might have much more of it in them than you think. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Fried chicken is going meatless. KFC is partnering with Beyond Meat to debut the plant-based alternative to chicken. David Wright, ABC News.
At CDW, we get that business needs flexibility. So have CDW implement Nutanix Enterprise Cloud for your public, private, and hybrid cloud needs.
That sounds complicated.
It's not. It simply enables your business to evolve without risk, giving you the flexibility to scale up for future growth while reducing costs.
Yeah, still complicated.
It saves money.
Oh, I understand that.
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Nutanix.
Do you think all premium fuels are the same? Well, you're
Oh, God.
What did you think about that opioid ruling in Oklahoma?
Against Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's
They got 3 different companies.
Not just for
$500 million. That's a whole new level.
But see, here's
Holy
another thing.
shit.
They were thought it was going to be the billions, but every state's going to hit them now.
I know. Now that this went through,
Like the smoke would be like the smoking.
they're saying, "Hey, we followed FDA guidelines in all of our advertising.
I know.
We are not the
Do you
ones
know-
that said how to
listen,
advertise it."
Do you know? Hold on. Do you know that in the 60 Minutes piece and everything in this trial? Okay, I'm not saying that they should be blamed, but they have some responsibility to the patient.
Oh, they were telling doctors to push it. I mean, I think that was
patients,
proven.
though, have some responsibility for doing it.
Patients, doctors.
Although patients
I missed
are at
the
the mercy
beginning.
of doctors who say,
I missed the beginning.
you know, they
Oh.
are at the
Johnson
mercy of
Johnson
doctors
is
who say,
Oklahoma
yeah, don't worry about it.
It's just like cigarettes. What they tell people forever. Oh, they're not addictive.
Oh,
They
it's
don't
different
cause they're good
cigarettes.
Oh,
for
it's
you.
addictive as hell. For 10 days, I've heard.
They knew that opiates were addictive from the very beginning.
No, but they were saying they weren't.
If you have pain.
You know the latest thing we're going to get nailed on? Vaping.
Oh, vaping, popcorn lung, man.
What's that?
Popcorn lung. It's like they come down with. It's like it's not like lung cancer, but it's
It's almost
an
like
ailment.
yeah.
It hits you very quick, complete in the hospital, and it attacks your lungs.
And the younger they are, the
What does vaping do for the people? It's tobacco.
It's
Nicotine.
nicotine ingestion or
Pure
marijuana.
nicotine.
I mean, whatever you're ingesting.
Well, marijuana's different because nicotine had to get water water with that baby.
It's still marijuana.
I know, but the marijuana stuff is oil.
Oh, and the cigarettes is what?
That's nicotine with water. There's water in
You
it.
can vape weed. And let me tell you, if they say they don't fucking target kids, no one has got fucking cotton candy cigarettes.
Yep.
Bubble gum.
Yep.
Exactly.
They
Oh my.
bubble gum and licorice flavors of vape. Yeah.
But didn't they make those?
They're the same. It's the same tobacco companies.
Yeah, I know.
It's the same fucking people.
They bought them.
No,
they bought
Juul.
They bought.
No. But I'm saying it's still all coming from the people that grow the tobacco fucking plant.
Nicotine? I don't know.
What do you think? It's all synthetic?
Could be synthetic.
I don't know. That's
Mark, guy says, I heard Tom talk about airsoft, clean air exchange. Is that QC Colorado?
Yeah.
That is, okay.
Clean air exchange.
They're not.
The guy's at Diesel. It is a 6.0, and he says it was rebuilt because they made all the corrections on those.
But what did they do wrong?
I don't know if they did anything wrong.
Yeah,
He said it had all the modifications done to it because they're really a problem. The 6.0s they need to be overhauled.
That would be wild if they had a synthetic.
But he said it was done, so they didn't lie to him. Everything was done.
What are you finding out, bro?
Come
on, bro.
No sorbate is extracted from plant.
Tobacco.
In the tobacco family. So not from the same tobacco, which is smoke.
What are you talking about? I win, you lose. My God, man.
I lost again. You saved
For 10 years,
another lunch.
For 10 years, I've been part of the National Institute of Health smoking study.
Yeah, I told him that. You get
Did you ever
$65
smoke?
a year or something, right?
Every time they come in, yeah, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you smoked or not. They just they wanted a whole random sampling of people. So if you smoked or didn't smoke, it's most important to get.
I can't even believe they still allow tobacco.
It's because they just spend too much money. Plus, a lot of those guys are, those old Virginia guys and shit. All their retirements, all their money's up in that shit.
They should start growing pot. In fact, I've read an article. There's an article on that. Tobacco farmers going.
Yeah, they are raising pot.
There's going to be, I wonder what the ramifications of dope are over 10, 15 years.
Well, look at all the old singers.
Look
at what's his name?
Keith Richards.
Kenny Rogers. He's lived to be 80 something.
Not Kenny Rogers.
Or not Willie Nelson.
Keith Richards in men's.
But a lot of them all quit now. I mean, they've been healthy for a while.
But he admitted he was on he was on heroin.
Oh, Willie? Fuck no. Willie's got his own strain.
He was on heroin for 45 years.
Who?
Keith Richards was on heroin for 45 years. I know, but he was actually healthy.
At one time?
Well, even when he as healthy as you can be.
How old is he? He's old.
Oh, he's old, but he said he was on medical grade.
Go.
So whatever that
Hey,
means.
Tom Martino here. Welcome. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. So, if you just want to get something off your chest, it's the only place to do it. I don't care what you talk about. You got a problem with your neighbor? You got something you want to sell? You got something you bought, somebody screwed you? Liars, cheaters, ripoffs? Questions, complaints, problems? Michael bought a truck. Whenever somebody buys something and it goes bad, we think, okay, now what? With vehicles, most of them are sold as is. Some of them have warranties, but the warranties are subject to the warranty, which is in writing. And then there are things called points of sale, not really written necessarily. Sometimes they are. Like they say, hey, oh, by the way, this was driven by one little old lady, and that was it. Or one owner, and it was really a rental car, and it was, yes, one owner, but 1,000 drivers. Or they say, hey, there was just one owner and it really was owned by 16 people. Or they say, this was only used for long commutes and it was an Uber car. Whatever. If they're misleading and you can prove it. But to go through that is ridiculous. That's why checking out a car to begin with is the best thing. And here's the most important thing. Get everything in writing. Now, that's not foolproof either. You can get in writing, this car was used for long-range commutes only. I understand. It was used so-and-so. Put it right on the thing. And then if you do find out they're lying, you still have to do something about it. But having it in writing at least takes away a lot of the hassle. So Michael was told this 2004 Power Stroke had a new engine or a rebuilt engine, but it's a bad engine to begin with. And if they did rebuild it, what warranty is there? None. Is it still as is? Yes. The only option is if they did something wrong. Were they negligent? Did they lie? Did they cheat? Did they defraud him? So, Mike, we really have to confine it to that. With a used vehicle as is, did they lie, cheat, or steal? Did they mislead? Did they commit fraud? You're going to say yes, right?
I'm going to say yeah.
Okay. And, Mark, how many times do people say yes when I say that?
Every time.
Okay. So how many times are actually fraud? Really, do you think?
Next to zero. Well, provable fraud and fraud is different.
0.1%? Okay. So, Michael, where's the fraud? Let's go right to it.
I would say the fraud is, even the ad said it had a new engine in it.
That's a good one.
You said it was rebuilt.
Yeah, I know.
Well, hold on. Were you expecting a factory new engine or a rebuilt engine?
Factory new engine.
Well, you're a mechanic. You said certified, so you would know when you looked at it. Did it look factory new to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So then...
I mean, the truck's a 2004, and the engine said it's got a 2006 engine in it.
But 2006 isn't factory new. Factory new would be 2017, 18, 19, whenever. When did you buy it?
When did I buy the truck?
Yeah.
June 20th.
Okay, so why would it have a 2006 engine if it was brand new?
Because they have them just sitting around.
So you thought that a 13-year-old engine was brand new put in your truck, factory new. Is that the dispute right now, that they said new engine? They didn't say rebuilt. So you expected a factory new engine. Is that right?
Yeah.
Really? So, but you yourself even saw that it said 2006.
Yes. And all the problems that were... the problems that they had with the 6.0 Power Stroke engines, those were all done. Like head studs, the EGR has been deleted, and stuff like that.
Well, it was either I don't know what representation they made. It said factory new engine on it, or it just said new engine?
It said new engine.
Well, then I would expect a new engine too. Okay, so how much is an engine going to cost you?
Well, I have the receipt for the supposedly new engine, and it says $9,500.
Hold on. You do. That's right. You told me you have the receipt. Did you get this before you bought it?
Yeah, I've seen this before I bought it. That's why I
there. Hold on. On this receipt, what does it say? Does it say rebuilt or new?
It just says engine.
And how? Okay. Listen, Michael. If that is where does it come from? Does it come from Ford?
I have no idea. It doesn't say.
Well, Michael, what do you mean the receipt doesn't say? Is it just a piece of paper typed up?
Yeah, it's an invoice from...
Well, I have to see it. Here's why, Mike. I don't want to waste a lot of time. If you were misrepresented that flagrantly, they said this is a brand new factory engine or a new engine, and it really wasn't, and it was rebuilt, yeah, I think you could probably go after them for it. But I don't know what... you know, you got to prove it. That invoice they gave to you, right?
Yes.
Okay, then they dug their own grave. But if that invoice doesn't say new, then I'm not sure you can say they misled you because they gave you the receipt.
Right. The invoice is dated 3/27 of 2018, and it doesn't even have mileage on it.
Okay, which would mean it was new, right? That's what you would think. Or, wait, it wasn't used. How do we know? I need to see. Let's just stop. I need to see the receipt. Do you think, Mark, they misled him thinking he had a factory new engine? From what we're hearing.
I can't answer it. I don't know.
Michael, that's the only hope you have, is that some judge will look at that and say, you know what? I would have thought I had a brand new factory engine, too. And $9,000. How much does a new engine normally cost, Michael? Factory new.
About that.
Okay, then
they're not cheap.
But now here's another thing. Are we saying it does not have a factory new engine, or are we saying the engine was defective? two different things. For example, Michael, if it really does have a factory new engine and it just went bad, that's your problem because you bought it as is. So I only think you have a case if they lied to you, not if it was a bad engine. You understand? I'm not saying that. I am only saying if it wasn't as represented, even though you buy something as is, we should extend that sentence to say as is represented. For example, if you bought a Ford truck as is, and they tell you it's not a truck, it's a lawn ornament, and it's not supposed to be driven, I think you can make the argument you were misled. If they say as is, it's as is represented, and it was represented to have an engine, a new engine. If it does have a new engine, but it just happens to be a bad one, it's not their problem. So which is it? Was it actually a new engine that went bad, or was it never a new engine to begin with?
It was never a new engine to begin with, I don't think.
Then you need to send us that receipt, and I need to look at it. 303-713-TALK.
This report is sponsored by LifeLock with Norton.
The highways in the Mile High City in pretty good shape right now. No major
engine paperwork.
So that receipt has no phone number or address.
Did you see it?
No, he told me it says no phone number or address because I was going to call him.
He said they misrepresented. I want to see the ad too. The ad said new engine.
Tom, I got an answer from the Attorney General's office. It is the Attorney General's office.
Oh, okay, but originally cigarettes.
Mark, it was the Attorney General's office that handled the case.
Actually had their own.
The food truck case was handled by the Attorney General. They prosecuted it.
Well, then why is it Denver?
I don't know.
Yeah, because she explained to me, Carolyn explained, because some of the trucks actually were outside of Denver.
Oh, David Ellis?
That were delivered.
So what they say on the
okay, guys.
This is egregious. It's preposterous.
Was it egregious?
Yes.
I'm not going to have it. David Salisbury, attorney at law, the attorney that you need for wills, probates, estate planning, and other things. David Salisbury, 720-493-3911. That's 720-493-3911. I'm sorry, I just got the wrong one. I don't know what to do. I could not possibly bring it up in enough time to do it, so we either do a make good or I'll do it in a little while. I gotta, if I can get it that fast, I'm having a problem.
So what do they say they're going to do?
Fuck! Fuck! I gotta log in to everything.
I put. I just set up a couple of referrals that worked out really good. And she said, thank you, they worked out great. Both referrals worked out. And I put, wonderful, let me know if you need anything. She puts, a wealthy man in his 90s.
And we have an extra one for what's your Salisbury, I guess, if he ever has another spot. I thought it was whatever.
What an asshole.
She's 90 hot.
No, she wants something in the 90s, so she'll die.
Okay, I got it. Near Park Meadow. It's called New Early Orthodontics.
Try to be a little more productive, bud.
Neo-Smiles.com. Neo-Smiles.com. Or call this number, 303-690-0400.
I might buy some more for it.
Sorry. Look for Aurora. David Ellis will buy your used estate jewelry, your junk jewelry. Let's just say it's only good for the silver and gold. Or let's say you have a watch or a ring. Or you want to see what something is worth. Whatever it is, if it has to do with jewelry, even coin collections, if it has to do with silver and gold, think David Ellis Jewelers. David has been around nearly 40 years in Denver. 3rd and Clayton. I've known him almost the whole time. He's a trusted source for information when it comes to jewelry. He knows the business, and he really knows what the values are, and will give you a fair value. You won't get a better value anywhere. He's going to be straight. He's going to be honest with you. Now, sometimes you may not like it, but it's going to be true. David Ellis, 3rd and Clayton, if you have old jewelry, old gold, silver, whether it's estate jewelry or whether it's just for the weight of the gold and silver, give them a call, 303-322-8779. 303-322-8779, David Ellis.
Bill Maher on the show said he was glad David Koch died.
David who?
Koch brother.
Why is he so cruel?
Well, because he was.
He wants a recession to come.
I know.
Yeah, he said that. So David Koch, the Koch brothers did not sponsor Trump at all.
They didn't like Trump.
Right.
Are you kidding? They went negative on him.
So why did he say he was?
Well,
because they did Republicans before.
They did. They went negative on him during the primary.
Well, no, I don't think they support him on the national level either. I don't think.
I don't know. I can't see them voting for Hillary.
I mean, give them money.
I got that contract from Carly, signed and everything.
Hey, I think the scanner's fixed, so just let me know.
I did it to the server, and Suzanne got it.
No, I know, but try the email again. Mike said he fixed it.
Okay,
on Stars.
I'm
Yeah,
not down there.
yep.
You got to see on the internet.
Hey, Daff, if you're listening.
They are a target for every scammer
Retry
out
the
there
scanner.
that brings all that stuff in and claims it was Elvis's thing and they have paperwork.
Oh, I suppose
Yeah, I already sent all the
They become a
information
huge
off.
target for it.
But
I like Elvis.
But they say it's got a signature from Elvis or something.
Yeah,
like
they'll have paperwork to
I had an
authenticate stuff and
Elvis
everything
song
else.
sung in my
Sure,
wedding,
but
and our
they
first
make
dance
money on
was.
those things.
Well, I know
I
they
Can't
do,
Help Falling in Love
but
with
still, apparently they become.
I wouldn't buy any.
I thought you were going to say nothing like it now.
Stuff.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I have
I had
memorabilia
Love Me
from
Tender.
3 Hall of Famers, but I can't prove it.
That's not the same.
You know,
Oh, I'll ask you because you were.
That was
seriously.
our first dance. Can't
I got an
Help-
old
in the
lady.
wedding,
His husband died.
Love Me
He
Tender.
collected a shitload of marine memorabilia. I
Love Me
don't know
Tender
what it
was in the
means.
wedding.
I don't think it was. I think her husband collected marine memorabilia. Who can she sell?
I'm
to?
Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK. Daphne has an update.
This
This update is on the
Denver food truck guys, those scumbags that had that company back in the day and ripped off a ton of
Larry
people.
and Rudy.
Larry and Rudy, they
and Mo and Curly.
Yeah, so Larry and Rudy, and there was a permanent injunction which says you can't be engaged in the activity, yet Larry Perez.
Yep, it appears on his Facebook. He is doing just that.
And he said, well, I don't own it. And but the court order says you're enjoined from doing or engaging in it. The guy, these people did a lot of harm.
What did the DA's office say?
The mic is not working for her mic. Then swing over the other mic then. Okay. Just use that mic. Yeah.
You'd think we'd learn.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I spoke with Larry.
The Attorney General?
Larry Perez.
You talked to him personally?
He is not the Attorney General, but he's in the media relations.
No, Larry Perez is the guy we're talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I spoke with Lawrence Pacheco.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. Let's go ahead with that.
Remember, Suzanne, I'm having one of those.
All right. So Lawrence Pacheco is with the Attorney General's office. What did he say?
And he said if there is any information about this case indicating that they are actively involved in the food truck industry, not including restaurants, because that could be allowed, then they would certainly be interested in getting this in the hands of the individuals who worked the case and go from there.
Okay.
And they are going to keep us in the loop.
Okay, good. So let's find the information, because it says specifically on there, Mark, mobile kitchens, right?
I don't know what else that would be. What does that mean? So what is he going to argue? That's a mobile kitchen inside of a van?
That mic's not working, yeah.
I did say specifically that. I read, and I scanned
Okay,
everything
good.
and sent it on to them so
We
they
sent
have it in
to
their
him.
hands.
All right, we're going to follow this up because, listen, we don't say once a scumbag, always a scumbag. We don't say that. But what we do say is if there's a court order saying you can't do it, then don't do it. And we have no reason to believe this guy turned himself around at all. And he hurt a lot of people. 303-713-TALK. Now, we're back with Michael and the used truck purchase. And this receipt, Western D Equipment and Rental, it says Burgundy F350. There's no serial number. There is nothing that says new, nothing that says used. I'd say he wasn't misled. I say this receipt just says engine and lift And I mean, if they gave him that, then I would say you can't accuse them of misleading him. He saw that, and if he had questions, he should have asked, because that says exactly what it says. So, what I want to know is, was it an engine that had even been rebuilt? I don't know, but does it even say rebuilt on there, Mark? What does it say? Engine.
Engine.
Now, I would have asked a ton of questions if I got that receipt. It doesn't have any phone number, any address. Does it have anything on there, Mark?
No, it looks pretty shady, man.
It's a P.O. box, Tom. Not even a name.
So, did they manufacture...
No payment,
now, if they manufactured that to mislead him, I would ask that dealer, I want to know exactly the details on this engine. But... remember this, it's not like they hid this shadiness from him. They handed him this. So if you're handed this at the time of purchase, the first question would be, is this new or used? That's my very first question. It doesn't say either, okay? So, I mean, how do you say they misled you? I don't understand that. And then say, well, I'm screwed because the engine went out. Did the engine go out because they never put it in? And it was, I don't know. Who is this, who is this?
Look at the invoice number, 153.
It looks shady to me.
It looks real shady.
Michael, I'm not saying there's not something shady. I'm saying that they let you in on the shadiness right before you bought it. I mean, when you saw this receipt, what did it mean to you?
The same thing. I was like, I even Googled the Western D equipment, and I couldn't find it. And I didn't.
Well, then why did you buy the truck if there was so many questions? Who's Christopher Boyd?
I didn't get that receipt until after when I got the title 3 weeks later.
Okay, you told me. See, now you're switching up again. You told me you got it before you bought it, man. That's what you told me. Now you're telling me you got it afterwards.
Got a picture of it.
Okay.
I got a picture of it.
Michael, really good luck to you, man, because I don't know what to do. I think you're gonna need to sue them. I mean, you're saying they lied to you and there wasn't a new engine. This is very critical, and you need to hear this. It's not whether the engine went out or not, even if the engine was defective. The issue must be, in an as-is purchase, did they lie to you? Having a defective engine installed in that and telling you, oh yeah, we replaced the engine, does not make it warrantable necessarily. Just because they said that. Now he's telling us he didn't get this till after the purchase. Michael, I can't help you. I really can't. I mean, if I could, I would tell you, but I can't. I'd be lying to you. And I don't think you're going to be successful in getting a new truck or a new engine. Who is the dealer? Should we call the dealer at least? Did you call him? You were working on this? Who's the dealer? Michael, who's the dealer?
It's called Horsepower Auto Brokers, LLC in Fort Collins.
Horsepower Auto Brokers, LLC. Do you know what that means? That means we can go out of business tomorrow, LLC. They should be named We Can Go Out of Business Tomorrow, LLC. Horsepower Auto. Can you give them a quick call and ask them, Michael, why don't you do this? Why don't you try, it's going to cost you $50. Why don't you try small claims court and sue for the full amount, $7,500, and take this receipt with you and see what a judge says. Maybe you get a judgment against them.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to cost much to find out. Here's what you're going to say. Do you have a copy of the ad, Michael?
The ad from when I bought the truck?
Yeah, the one that says new engine.
Yeah, I'd have to look back through, because I talked to the guy for about a month before I bought it.
All right,
have to look
try to get a hold of it. Try to get a hold of that if you can. And then go in with this receipt and go in with that and just say, I think I was misled. And I think they lied.
The fan clutch went out, then the thermostat went out, and then the injectors went out. So I parked it for a month, and then yesterday I went out and just moved it. And the motor's trashed. So that's why I'm just trying to get help. Is
well, Michael, I want to help you, man. That's why I'm putting you through the ringer. Why do you think I'm trying to find a hook? I'm trying.
No, I know. What happened, why I bought that truck was me and my wife started a business.
Yeah.
And we were towing cars for the business, and I didn't even have it, like 20 days.
No, I understand.
And, I lost out on so much money.
No, it sucks. It sucks, Michael. It sucks. Do you think you can fix it for $7,500?
No.
Well, then, that's small claims court limit. So I don't know what else to do, man. I'm going to have Clint, Deputy Clint, call the dealer, this LLC. Hold on. Let's just call that dealer and see what they'll do. Maybe we'll follow this up. We can't do it right this minute, but maybe we can follow it up tomorrow, Clint. Michael, hold on, all right? Kel, let's see. No. Somebody's been waiting a while here. Who was waiting a while? I'm trying to figure it out. Lee. Lee, what's going on with you, Lee? What's happening?
Lee?
Yeah, Lee. Are you a landscaper, Lee?
Yeah, I got a landscaping company.
Yes. And what's going on?
But this kind of funny. Listen very closely to it.
Yes.
I got a cousin that called me in to help him. I didn't even make any paperwork with him.
Okay.
He's a cousin of mine.
All right.
And he said he was involved with this woman. She's an Indian woman. They got a lot of property from her husband when he died. She's got property all over.
Okay, so what's the problem?
The problem is I went in there and I helped this cousin of mine, Ken.
Okay. Yes.
And to get all the dry trees, down.
Okay.
With a green.
Okay, I get it. And you were working, were working on this woman's property. So what's going on? You didn't get paid?
I didn't get paid.
Now, did your cousin get paid?
Well, he probably got some money,
Then why didn't he pay you?
Well, he paid me some of it, but then here's what I did. He kept asking me for money, when he got broke, and I gave him the money. That was my fault. But then, I don't know how he really is involved with this woman, but he said he knew her for 10 years.
All right, so what's the bottom line here? That's what I need to know. Hold on, Lee. Okay. I'll come back to you. Hold on. I'll come back to you.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630.
Well, all he's got to do is lean it. Lean. Doesn't matter. You can still lean it. He still did work.
I want to marry out, they call it.
If he can prove that he did work, unless they're going to outright deny he never showed up.
Yeah, like I never saw this man in my life. He never set foot on my property.
The best defense, Dan, in a credit card dispute, I'm not kidding you, man. Your best defense is I have no idea what the fuck that was.
I know. If you tell him anything else.
If you go, well, they screwed me, they didn't ship it, you're going to have to go through hoops.
I know.
If you say, I don't fucking know anything about it.
I never saw it before.
It's done, it's over. But isn't it a pain in the ass that you got to switch and fucking change credit cards?
That's right.
Some bank's going to come up with some fucking better way. My phone has all that shit, and yours does too. Apple Pay, I got Samsung Pay. I never use it though.
Does it cost to do Apple Pay?
What?
Does it cost to do Apple Pay?
No. In fact, you get rewards.
So how do they make money?
Let me get budget. Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair will do free transmission estimates free. You know that? And they mean taking out the transmission and opening it up. It's crazy. How do they do that? Well, Mark Machowski, the owner, says, you know what? We just trust people to know we're giving them a great deal. But if they take it somewhere else, there's still no charge. But we do guarantee to beat any other bid by 10% or $250, whichever is more. So there's a no-lose situation with Budget A1 Transmission and Auto Repair on South Santa Fe, just south of Dartmouth. That's a free estimate. 303-781-9858. Now listen, I also want to tell you about Approval Reverse Mortgage, because we talk a lot about mortgages but not reverse loans. That's because they're rare. And if you want a reverse loan, I only really like these people to tell you the truth about it because they know the business. ApprovalReverse.com, 303-771-3528.
Hey, Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
So,
love it.
Well, I'm so fucking curious about their menu. Because I read some reviews, people say, well, it's everything you want to eat. Other ones go, no, if you want this, it costs extra, and this costs extra, and everything.
Okay, well, you can order a meal, or you order the works. And that's
Fogo de Chao, yeah, because we want to go.
The entire salad bar and everything you can eat. The only thing they charge extra for are drinks and dessert. That's it. But as much meat as they come.
And then the other one said all they keep doing is bringing around the sausage. If you want the tenderloin, it only comes around once an hour.
That's bullshit. I'm telling you.
So someone pissed.
And if you tell them what you want,
they'll bring it to you?
I want more of this, and I don't want any sausage, and then I want it rare, or I want it this way. They'll keep bringing it. Oh, man, we love it. My kids and I just...
What's your favorite meat there?
Oh, I don't know what you call it, but man, they slice it thin, and it's beef.
It's gotta be the
Real quick, guys. Line 6.
Oh, my God.
He's going by an alias, but that is the guy who called me yesterday to tell me about Denver food truck, guys. He has more info. He wants to come on. Well, it is Chris, but he wants to go by Joe.
Don't say his name.
And if you want the company name, I can tell you later.
But I gotta know.
Also, real quick, that iTed picture I sent you guys, he called the city of Denver police and said, why has this car been on the side of the road for a few days now? They said it has to be there 3 days. Well, we're on day 5 or 6. iTed thought,
what car is it?
It's an El Camino sitting on the side of the road. Is that shouldn't they be citing the abatement law and go and tow that thing or something? I don't know. That's what iTed's...
you guys have any,
that's a good point.
In-house...
But actually, an abandoned car is not used in the commission of a crime. That's not the same.
He wasn't sure.
They can tow it and they can impound it, but it's not considered used in a commission of a crime. No, of course not.
I'm sorry, can you start it over? That's the full thing.
Owning a home has never been easier or more affordable.
You think Fogo de Chao is better than Redizio?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God, it is way better in my opinion. I like Redizio.
I've been there a couple times. I get tired of
Fogo de Chao has just delicious. You make a mistake. That salad bar is so delicious. They have like these Italian meats that are really expensive. You'll make a mistake and fill up on that shit. And they have hard cheeses on there. And then all of a sudden you sit down, then they got all this damn meat coming out.
What's that? Just a Redizio. I mean, it just keeps on the coming.
I must admit I haven't been to his Redizio as much. I've been there a few times, but man, Fogo de Chao, my kids go nuts over it.
Or apply online at American
They absolutely love it.
Thank you for your service to our nation.
NMLS 12334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate. You know, there's a big article in the New York Times about stem cell therapy. Centeno Schultz, by the way, they're featured in that article. Dr. Chris Centeno is truly the one who started clinical stem cell treatment.
We were the first in the world to do this work. We have our own lab research team, our own clinical research team, $1 million state-of-the-art processing lab, and people come from all over the earth to be treated at Centeno Schultz Clinic.
He is the one I know and trust for stem cell therapy. Even genuine stem cell therapy has its limitations, but what I love about Centeno Schultz is they'll tell you that straight up. They're the only ones that truly give an honest assessment of your situation, and by the way, the only ones that have alternative treatments.
About 80% of the patients that walk through our door with a problem never get stem cells because there's a less invasive, cheaper alternative that can help them just as well or better.
You know, this Comey, what the fuck? Does he just make money going around slamming?
Yeah, I think so. He might be in trouble.
Why? Why are they indicting his deputy?
Because he released stuff that he wasn't supposed to release.
About the Hillary thing?
Yeah.
I'm Tom Martino, One Clear Choice Garage Doors. The name says it all. It is your one clear choice for garage doors. Whether it be a spring that's broken, you can't lift your door, or it's an opener, or the door itself. I've used them for everything. Complete openers. Look at that new Sidewinder. It's a little motor on the side, a little one. It's incredible. Or, of course, new doors. Starting they're a Coplay dealer. Yeah, it's a Clopay, authorized dealer, one of the few around. 720-370-3987. 720-370-3987. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. It's all part of the same thing here. The commercials, the content, it's all about helping and doing the right thing. Lee is a landscaper, can't get paid. He worked, now here's the wrinkle in this one. He worked for his cousin worked for a woman. Bottom line is, Lee is owed money. Lee, I have to ask this is very important. How much are you owed in your estimation?
I would say about 6,000.
Oh my gosh.
It was a full acre.
All right, now you can put a lien on the property. Have you thought about doing that?
Yes, I have.
Well, what about it?
See, here's the real pickle. This lady's 80 years old. She travels like an Indian from one property to another, Utah and Brussels and all over. That's the way she lives. Then she says they stole from her.
Who stole from her?
Different kinds of people that were going
what
in
is
there.
this? What does this have to do? What does this have to do with you?
Well, nothing really.
Okay.
She blamed me.
You got a lien. Put a lien on her house.
Yeah, that's what I got to do because she blamed me, and then she blamed Ken, and Ken did take some of that stuff and put it in his storage. And, and then he took it out because they evicted him.
Look,
and
you're getting way too involved. All you do is put a lien on the property, and then if she doesn't pay, you foreclose on the property. That's what you do. Okay, Joe is calling, and this is a confidential call here using an assumed name because he has information on Larry Perez, the former Denver food truck guy who is now with Waremark, Denver Restaurant something.
I don't have it in front of me, some other company.
Who is he with now, Joe? Joe?
Hello.
Who is he with right now, Larry Perez?
Larry opened another company that's called Restaurant Equipment Warehouse.
Now,
that's right.
Is he doing mobile trucks?
Yes, big time.
Well, he says he's not.
No, he is. If you drive by there, you see nothing but food trucks outside.
How do you know him?
I'm in the food truck business.
Yeah, okay. Send me that address, man. I'm just going to drive out there and meet Larry.
Yeah.
It's at 13.
No, don't do it right now. Don't do it right now. We want to do it off the air. We don't want them to expect us. So hold on, all right? We're going to just figure out.
Maybe we can do a fluff piece like
Did you want to ask him what his other info was, though? That's what he called about?
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. You said you had additional information.
Yeah, so on 8/20/2019, Larry Perez went on the Secretary of State and opened the company in his name.
Okay.
And then he got sued by the Attorney General for $4.2 million.
This was before, though, right?
Yes. He's getting, after you guys did your show and and justice came in and everything like that, now he's pulling this. But the best of it is he's only paying $100 a month restitution on $4.2 million.
Yeah, of course.
You're going to be dead. There's no way you're going to pay that. So now he's opening this other company to screw more people.
And it's all cash, It's all he does.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Man, this guy is bad news.
Nah, he's a screw job, man.
Yeah, we need to get a photo of him, too.
He's a coward.
When we put you on hold, get me that address. I'm just going to shoot down there and talk to him.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
303-713-TALK.
That guy sounded like he might know a guy.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I know a guy. Hey, Kelly, what's going on with you?
Well, Tom, I was in an auto accident.
Yes.
A small fender bender.
Yes.
And I filed a claim with my insurance company, and they're sending me to these appointments where I get lowball estimates.
On what? On your car?
On the repairs to the.
Now, when you say lowball estimate, what do you mean they're sending you? You mean their preferred shops?
I went independently to an outfit that members of my family have gone to and are satisfied with the workmanship involved that they got for their money.
All right.
So I went there
and
got an estimate from them.
And how much was the estimate?
So it was like there's a big difference.
Well, how much?
Like $2,500 as opposed to like $4,000 or something like that.
So your guys say $4,000 and their guys say
a lot less.
Now, hold on though. Here's the deal. no one's going to lose money, okay? They might undercut, but they're not going to lose money. So you have to take each estimate and compare them line by line. And if they can, listen, man, if they can do it cheaper, what's wrong with that? Nothing. But
I have no problem with that. I have no problem
Have you compared the estimates line by line?
On a line-by-line comparison.
And what was the difference? Why was there a... Go ahead.
The more expensive estimate said, we really can't tell until we get to that part. We get it exposed, and we see if it's bent or not. That's an example.
Okay, hold on. No, that's the more expensive one. But what about the one that was less expensive? What did they say about the same area?
That they're just going to repair it with whatever any parts.
Well, I don't know what you mean. When you said one company, okay,
non-OEM manufacturer.
Okay, in your insurance policy, you're either guaranteed OEM or you're not.
In the policy itself.
Yes, some of the policies you waive the right to OEM, and it says we are allowed to use aftermarket parts of equal quality. You agree to it in your policy in some of them. Who is your carrier?
State Farm.
Oh, God.
Oh, why do you say that?
Because it's one of the top 5 bad companies. That's why. It's that easy.
Really?
They're terrible companies. Terrible.
Really?
Well, let me put it to you this way. If you have a State Farm agent and there's better coverage and lower premiums at another company, how would you ever know?
I know.
Because they're called a captive agent. Isn't it silly? A captive agent can never, ever, ever offer you anything other than what is with State Farm, period. Doesn't that just logically tell you that it's a flawed model? I mean, just logically. I mean, they can't go outside the company. How could you ever get a better deal? Listen, this is just a small indication of the trouble. If you had a good company, they'd never even question genuine OEM parts, and they would not make you go somewhere. What I'm saying to you, Kelly, in addition to getting this car fixed the right way, you need to get an insurance checkup and get away from them. You need to get away from State Farm. Now, I'm going to tell you the State Farm, Farmers, Allstate, American Family, and Fred Loya, stay away.
Allstate and who else?
Oh, God. I just did the top 5. Allstate, Farmers, State Farm, American Family.
Yeah, I'll throw the General in.
And Fred Loya.
Okay, I got it.
And Fred Loya. All I'm saying is this. Yeah. Now listen, if you do an insurance checkup, people either have to put up or shut up. When like Compass Insurance Group does this, they go out to 26, 27 carriers, and they get you bids from all of them. And they tell you what is the best deal. And in some rare cases, I will say this, in some rare cases, those top 5 that people were with had the best deal for that time in their life. But that doesn't mean you stay with them. For example, I am with Compass, and I have changed carriers 4 times because you never stay with one carrier. There is no reward for loyalty in the insurance business.
This report is sponsored by your local Ford store. There's a couple of trouble spots popping up.
They don't have to go to their places.
Doesn't it just tell you?
No, even State Farm doesn't make you go to their places.
No, I'm not talking about making. I'm talking about flawed models. They do make you take aftermarket parts if you agree to it. Some policies, they say we reserve the right for aftermarket parts, or however they word it.
QC Long here on the forecast. Going to be sunny today, nice with a high near 80. Right now, partly cloudy and 70. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner. 6:30 K-House.
It's the final days of Ford's Hurry Up and Save sales event at your local Ford stores. Your last chance to get a great deal on America's best-selling brand of cars, trucks, and SUVs.
I want to
hurry. Like summer, these deals won't last forever. Get to your local Ford store today.
Quiet Cool of Colorado. Now, that's the name of the company. The fan, the Whole House fan, is called Quiet Cool Whole House Fan. Let me tell you why I have it. Of all the Whole House fans, this is the strongest motor. and the most silent installation the way they do it. That's why they call it QC of Colorado. And it really takes less than an hour in most cases for installation. They never touch your walls because the remote is wireless and battery operated. You don't have to cut into any walls. There's no hard wiring in the walls. QCcolorado.com. Look them up. Give them a call. Your air conditioner will work way less, and you're going to get some end-of-season discounts. 720-398-4510. You'll save money, have fresher air. It's beautiful. It's quiet, comfortable. That's 720-398-4510.
Whether you're dating or looking for a job or just wanting to feel younger, for guys it's really important to have the best head of hair you can. Now for lots of guys, including me, the issue was losing hair toward the front or
as soon as I get everything inked, we got to start on this St. Louis thing,
and
or at
that's
least
where Dr. Broadway and
conceptually.
hair restoration procedure.
I've already been working on it.
Okay,
as far as Rick Furlow's
excellent.
Here, look at decades to 2 decades younger. Learn more at denverhairrestoration.com or 303-680-8989.
We can prove the model, but it's up to us. It's up to us.
If you have hail damage, Excel Roofing should be the first call you make, even before your insurance company. Excel will tell you if there's damage so you can be armed with accurate.
You know what's these lions? God almighty, we went to a cat sanctuary, and lions, I'll tell you what gets you about a lion. If you ever hear them fucking roar, like really, it's almost supernatural. Have you ever heard it? And it vibrates you.
It's, what do you call it?
It's crazy. I mean, it really is crazy.
Mark,
yeah,
remember the contractor you talked to on the phone a few weeks ago, Shane Dewey, and he had some sort of, he was an Asian guy, I forget the complaint. He had a squirrely partner that had his own, wasn't that guy's name Rudy?
He took his money.
He slept on the couch.
Wasn't that guy's name Rudy? Because I'm telling you, Shane Dewey is on Larry Perez's Facebook page. I think they look just alike. If I send you to the photos, you tell me.
Get Larry Perez's photo, man.
No, we had him.
Larry Perez.
When you looked up the thing, yeah, they had Larry Perez and
I need to get
Rudy.
that. I need to do one especially just about Larry Perez.
And would love to help you. A+ with a Better Business Bureau. Insurance approved and factory certified.
This is an interesting one.
Name to trust. Visit Roof Corp today at Roofing Experts.
I find it hard to believe, but interesting.
I've had guys cutting me some plastic parts, and they put it into a machine, CAD, three times to get it right.
They put it in, say it again?
I had something cut in plastic, and they had to put it into a CAD, computer program, and then cut it, laser cut. And it's amazing to me how long it took to get it correct. It's almost like they, I don't know, it's weird.
Okay, look at the photos that I just emailed you to. It's curious. Our food truck guy, the good guy, says it's the same guy too. So I just know that Shane Dewey, when you called him, there was another contractor involved or something.
Yeah, he said the
and
guy
I think
went
that
out.
guy's name was Rudy.
But Rudy's not the guy in there. Rudy said he
Rudy,
Okay.
I think's the good guy now. Well, you know. What I mean.
This is Shane Dewey, who we went after, and this is.
That's him.
That is the same guy. This
is
the Restaurant Equipment Facebook page.
Yeah,
I took that picture off of there, and that's.
And he accused Rudy of stealing.
Yes, they're all connected.
And you know what?
I knew
and
it.
he knows Rudy.
I
Oh
paid too much
Rudy.
attention to
No,
detail.
he works for Larry Perez, not Rudy.
Right, but he was mentioning a Rudy for the other call we got.
I know, saying he got ripped off.
Right. And let me tell you, that Chris guy said, those guys had guns. To be very careful to go down there.
So look at that address as a house.
Yeah, I know. I already looked at it. I don't know what to make of it. And it's not even a bad-looking house.
Right.
Well, he swindled $4 million. He should have a nice house, right?
Up to 30%. Do yourself a favor. Find out if your small business is overpaying for workers' comp insurance. Check your rate today and see how much you can save at pieinsurance.com.
Why do we care about a City of Denver picture? What is that all about? Why do I have a City of Denver picture?
This lady is so happy with her car. Yeah, I've never had someone so appreciative after I sold him a car.
Oh, they love your car?
I mean, she loves it.
Because it's so beautiful. Right?
Oh my God, I kept that thing perfect, man.
Yeah, I looked at that before. But there's areas they could keep food trucks there, but that's not the...
Do you want me to write up that contract with your terms for CBD?
Do you want me to do it? You give me a link, I'll do it if you want me to.
Well, no. It would take you way longer. I'll do it. Okay. But I'm going to modify it to those terms.
I'll tell you what it is.
Well, I read it. I know what it is.
Oh, you read oh, yeah, I copied.
Yeah, the only thing I found a little strange, I understand the 15-second deal. You said production. I guess as long...
No, I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, Dino, what's happening? Dino?
Dino.
Dino.
Yes, this is Dino.
What can we do to help you, man?
Tom, I've been a long-time listener, and I appreciate you taking my call.
Yes, sir.
And the question I have is either for your audience or for you or your staff. I'm trying to figure out how to be able to work from home.
Okay, doing what? Doing what, sir?
Well, there's a lot of options that I've researched.
Now, most of them, Dino, this is important for me to tell you this.
Okay.
In the digital age, it's way more possible to work on home than ever before, and there are some legit offers, but most of them are not. Okay?
Okay.
Most of them are not. I just need you to know that most offers to work at home, they lie and cheat and they steal money from you, and this is how you know. If it cost one dime to get involved, it's a ripoff. No legit company is going to charge you to become part of them.
You know, back in the day, you would buy all these parts, and if you assembled them at home, they'd pay you for it.
Yeah. And then you paid for the parts, and then you never got to send them anywhere. But, Dino, what kind of offers have you seen?
Well, there's numerous, like freelance work,
like what?
Data entry.
Give me an idea.
Well, I haven't. Actually, I need guidance.
Okay, and I'll be happy to give you guidance on case by case. But in general, Dino, in general, I'm telling you, it's the easiest filter in the world. You should not have to pay anything. Not an application fee, not a background check, nothing, zero. So, are these offers that you've seen, do any of them require you to pay?
Well,
I know they do. I know they do.
I have developed a pretty good sense of.
No, I didn't ask that. What I asked was, did any one of these offers ask you to pay a dime?
No, I do not have specific offers.
Oh, really? Data input and then virtual assistants are pretty big. That's a legitimate one.
And customer service.
Like that.
Customer service,
things like that, right.
Okay, so what do you need our help? Actually, you didn't get to ask what you need. What do you need?
Well, I'm also have a couple other questions. I need, I'm seeking out any individuals or foundations or companies that could help with startup capital.
What do you need startup capital for to work at home?
Well, I would need a quality laptop, maybe a headset.
$500, You're talking less than $700.
$250.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you could probably. We're serious, Dino. You don't need to. How much money were you thinking?
Well, let me continue. I also would need to have some sort of way to have a mobile
like broadband.
If you get a job at
Dino, hold on.
For a month, you can buy all this stuff.
Just hold on, Dino. Are you disabled?
Right.
Dino, are you disabled?
I have some limitations, yeah.
All right,
but,
hold on. Just wait. I need to get you back on tomorrow. If you really want to talk, let's talk. Suzanne, let's get Dino on tomorrow, and we'll help him. I'm Tom Martino, referralist.com.
Save big through Labor Day on your...
Did he say he was handicapped or not?
He said he has limitations. I don't know what that means.
You gotta do smoking pot.
Venture capitalist.
Well, I gotta be able to smoke pot while I'm working.
You know what? I've had a guy tell me that he couldn't work.
You hired a guy that smoked more pot than anybody I've ever fucking seen. That dude who would sell private aircraft trips with Nate.
Wait. Oh, no, I didn't hire him. I hired the...
Well, he was an independent contractor.
His referral. You're talking about